edge of that blind spot and got a 1, 2, 3 on Roman Reigns. And that is where Solo Sikoa seized the moment. That's where Solo Sikoa stole the Ula Fala from Roman Reigns' bag.
What up? Just getting these locks together. I'm looking for all Undertaker cards. I'm trying to sell everything.
Stole it from Roman Reigns. He got rid of Jimmy Uso. He got rid of the wise man. He got rid of all of us. Why? Because he knew no sane man was ever going to acknowledge Solo Sikoa. So what did he do? He went out and he got himself this band of these filthy animals that don't even belong in professional wrestling. He got Tama Tonga, not welcome in the United States. He got Tonga Loa, not welcome in the United States. He got Jacob Fatu, who's not even welcome. Who's not even welcome outside the United States prison system, for crying out loud. He got these men because none of us were ever going to acknowledge Solo Sikoa. On Monday, live on Netflix, Tribal Combat. No rules except there must be a winner and there must be a loser. The winner of the match this Monday, and I absolutely promise you, your tribal chief, the only tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
That is not a spoiler.
Paul Heyman knows all too well the damage that this man can do. Now would be a great time to make your exit, Mr. Heyman. The wise man full well the destruction that this man is capable of.
Could make a mad lot, you know what I mean? I'm just getting to it. Much better to do.
Well, especially after the harsh words that Heyman just fired at Sikoa, saying that he stole the Ula Fala, which he now wears around his neck.
You know me?
And he brought in this band of
Heyman quote,
animals to acknowledge him because nobody else would. All Heyman knows as well as anybody just how well those animals take direction from their tribal chief, Solo Sikoa.
This right.
I want you to know I'm about 10 seconds away from pissing in my pants. Why? Because the last time we did this, and I told you that you're not the tribal chief, you had me put through a table in front of my children and the whole world to see at Madison Square Garden. And if I even blink at you wrong right now, I know Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga are coming out here, and the same damn thing is going to happen to me tonight in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, come on. You want to be Roman so bad. Why they make him be like a...
He had no choice. Smart decision. Phoenix, Arizona. Acknowledge me. Wise man, I think it's finally time for you to acknowledge the truth. You owe CM Punk a favor, right? I do. How about this? Let me owe you a favor. Okay? You see, this Monday, I need somebody to hold the Ulafala during the tribal combat match. I need somebody that is trustworthy. I need somebody that loves my family. Somebody that will never disrespect my family. And somebody that will never disrespect the Ulafala.
If you shop at Walmart, watch this immediately. Now to the class action lawsuit against Walmart. The company agreeing to pay $45 million to settle that lawsuit. ABC's...
So this Monday, if Roman beats me... Hold on. If Roman beats me in the tribal combat match, you will put the Ulafala around his neck, and I will acknowledge him as the tribal chief. But when I beat Roman, and I will, you know it, I know it, and everyone else here knows it too. So when I beat Roman in the tribal combat match, you will put this Ulafala around my neck.
Lots together.
And everyone will know that I own this.
Howdy.
And that I own you.
Everything must go. I'm doing deals. I'm doing my coffee.
You will be my wise man forever. And then Roman will have no choice but to finally acknowledge me.
They're taking this acknowledge me stuff too far. Everybody using that shit. I see the top 10 pools.
This is the Tempur-Pedic Adapt mattress. It's designed to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. It's our most advanced, infinitely adaptable Tempur material. Ease your pressure points, inch by inch and molecule by molecule, in a way that no other mattress can. All night, every night. Save up to $500 now on select adjustable mattress sets and discover the award-winning Tempur-Pedic. Learn more at Tempurpedic.com.
Mayday, mayday. We've been compromised.
Pay attention. It's a good part. I'm gonna enjoy this. Flight Risk only in theaters January 24th.
You know, when most of us are opening retail, it isn't hard enough to even earn back the money you spent on that retail box, but that was not the case for the polls you're about to see today. We have 10 polls over $1,000, and one of them even touching the 5-digit mark, which is insane. If you're the type of person that needs to see it to believe it, well, you're in luck, and you came to the right place. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the Top 10 Retail Polls of the Month. This one covering the polls in the month of December. I know the holiday season is winding down. I hope you guys enjoyed that very, very much. And a happy new year to you guys. May the pack odds be in your favor and you make one of these top 10s in 2025. This series is sponsored by PSA, and as a PSA ambassador, they have given me the promo code IFSPORTS25 for you first-time users out there to utilize to get $25 off of your very first submission. Just be sure to utilize my referral link, as I'll get a little bit of a kickback for you doing that. The season's gradings promotion that PSA put on over the holiday season has come to an end, but it is January. It is a new month, so there are new specials, and those include a value bulk special for $17.99 per card. There is a 10-card minimum on that, however. There is a value bulk turbo special for $24.99. That'll get your cards turned around in just 20 days instead of 50, but there is a 20-card minimum on this special. And last but not least, there is a value plus special for $34.99. You'll get your cards in 20 days again, but there is no card minimum for this special. You may have noticed that some of those specials said Collectors Club only, which means you will need to become a PSA Collectors Club member in order to take advantage of those specials. They have two options for you. They have a standard tier and a premium tier, which will get you a little more break credit, along with 12 months access to Card Ladder Pro. As I said at the top of the show, it took a poll of $1,000 to get on this retail poll only list, which is crazy. We have 5 honorable mentions that just missed the cutoff, but are still very massive retail polls that I think you guys will like to see. Please take the time to like this video and subscribe if you have not done so already. I appreciate that very much and hope you guys enjoy. Our first honorable mention comes from Life of Sports and Outdoors, which sounds like my kind of YouTube channel. This was a poll from 2024 Mosaic Football, and this was from a blaster box.
Higgins, Baker. Oh, we got Bo Nix right here.
Oh, that's a case hit. That's a case hit. Oh my gosh. No way. No way. No way.
This is the Bo Nix Rookie Micro Mosaic, and I have this at $400 based on the last raw sale on eBay. I did not see any PSA sales, so I curiously headed to the PSA Pop Report to see of the 22 currently graded, only half have gotten 10s, and look at the grades on the Bo Nixes. I wonder if there's a common issue here. Our second honorable mention comes from Doc Holliday, who we've had on the show before, and on his YouTube channel, he pulled this out of 2024 Mosaic Football, and this was a blaster box.
But I'm just going to get to this thing. Real excited. Christmas came early for me, I think. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Rome, Odunze, JJ McCarthy.
Wow.
Guys.
Well, how about that? A Rome Odunze Micro Mosaic and JJ McCarthy stained glass in the same exact retail pack. Collectively, these are worth $550 based on the $300 eBay sale of a Dunze's Michael Mosaic and the $250 eBay sale of McCarthy stained glass. To get one case hit in a box is insanely lucky. I have no words to describe what happened here, but the reaction was fun to watch. Our next honorable mention comes from Relax and Breathe Sports Card Lounge.
Josh Breeze down
You're
here.
better already. They break over on Facebook, and they were opening a 2024 Absolute Football Blaster Box.
That New Day card.
Here we go.
With his kid. Got some Carmelo Hayes down here.
Malik Neighbors rookie kaboom.
What up, y'all?
Fire. Let's go. Who got the Giants? Jim Martin.
This is a Malik Neighbors rookie horizontal kaboom, and I have this at $650, which is what the last 4 sales of this card have been on eBay. But I want to give a shout out to my friend Beckett, who pulled one of these out of a mega box he received for Christmas as well. Our next honorable mention comes from Retired Bender, who breaks over on Whatnot, and he was opening a 2024 Absolute Football mega box.
What do we got here? Oh, boys, what is this? Explosive, G. Wow. Ooh, boy.
This is the Jaden Daniels rookie explosive insert, and I have this at $1,000 based on the last sale of this card, which occurred on New Year's Eve on eBay at auction. These are the other super short print case hit inserts that you can pull from retail and Absolute, although they sell for about half of what the kabooms sell for. And our 5th and final honorable mention for this month comes from Squirrel Card Breaks. And they sent me a personal video of a pull they had from 2024 Absolute Football, and this was a mega box.
Kaboom. Drake May. Hello. Hello. If Sports. Drake May. Kaboom.
This is the Drake May rookie horizontal kaboom, and I have this at $1,000 based on the last sale of this card, which was an accepted best offer on eBay. The verdict is still out if this will be the long-term answer in New England, but he had himself an okay rookie season. I also appreciate the shout-out. Thank you very much for that. But that does it for this month's honorable mentions. We did have a couple of $1,000 pulls make it on the honorable mentions list, which means there were a dozen pulls over $1,000 this month. That is absolutely insane. Please, again, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like button for me, and we'll jump into the top 10. Kicking us off at number 10 this month is Philly Whiz Kids, who break here on YouTube, and they were opening 2024 Absolute Football, and this was a mega box.
And we got ourselves a kaboom today. Rookie. Oh, it's Minnesota. It's Minnesota rookie. Come on. Come on, Jays. Let's go.
This is the J.J. McCarthy rookie horizontal kaboom, and I have this at $1,000, which is the average of the 14 sales of this card, the most recent being $965 at eBay auction. As I said on Monday, it's going to be an interesting offseason for the Vikings this year as to who they're going to move forward with at the QB position. At number 9, we're with Quick NFL Rips, and on their YouTube channel, they were opening a personal box of 2024 Absolute Football, and this was a mega box.
Appreciate you guys a lot for coming in here.
I can't believe this. I can't believe I never hit a kaboom before. I never thought I could do this. Okay. It is a little thicker. It's a QB rookie, too. Michael Penix Jr. Oh, my goodness.
This is the Michael Penix Jr. Rookie Horizontal Kaboom, and I have this at $1,100 based on the last sale of this card on eBay. My guy was able to pull this card with his son present, which is all the more memorable. Congratulations to Rippin Sports Cards, who break on Whatnot for pulling one of these as well.
I just seen
At number 8, we're with
that.
Stellar Pulls, who breaks over on Whatnot, and he was opening a 2024 Donruss Football, and this was a Costco bundle box.
We're taking your friends to the snow in the Highlander. Oh, you had human friends.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Why are sandwiches so much better hot?
I don't know. Why does everyone love summer or hot gossip? Hotter is just better.
Oh, don't forget about hot ovens. Or hot peppers.
Hot springs, hot chocolate, hot sandwiches, hot soup, hot air balloons, hot yoga.
Or hot melted cheese.
Sorry. Potbelly, we bring the hot.
Oh my gosh, I think it is. Wait. We did it. We did it. We did it, guys. Downtown. We did it. Aaron, we did it. For $22. You can't go wrong. Wow. Tank Tail Patch. Come on. Oh my god. That's the third. Guys, I did 3 Bonix downtowns. What? For $22.
There's a lot to unpack here. This is a Bo Nix Donruss Rookie Downtown that was hit for just $22. I have this card at $1,200, which is what the last raw sale of this card was on eBay, and the last PSA 10 went for just under $2,000. This is Stellar Pulls' 3rd month in a row making the top 10 retail pulls of the month, and all 3 times with this exact card, which is crazy. I'm not sure how many of these Costco boxes he opens on a monthly basis, but I gotta imagine it is a lot. At number 7, we're with Box Busters LLC, who break over on TikTok, and they were opening 2024 Bo Jackson Battle Arena. This was a trainer kit, which are $30, and check out what he was able to pull out of it.
Nice. Hex Caitlin Clark on this. Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
This is the Caitlin Clark Rookie-inspired Rad Hex Battle Foil, and I have this at $1,225, based on the last sale, which took place on December 15th at eBay auction. I have only recently heard of this product, and although it cannot be purchased from a retail store, it does cost the same as a blaster box, and I think these are really cool cards. At number 6, we are with Rookie Chasers, who break over on Whatnot, and they were opening 2024 Donruss Football, and this was a blaster box.
And it is not going to come to you. Well, it's a rookie. This is a rookie downtown, right here, right now. I'm sorry if you have those vet downtown teams. Oh, yes. Hey, Josh. Talk about payday.
This is the Jaden Daniels Rookie Downtown, and I have this at $1,280 based on the last sale of this card on eBay. And the last PSA 10 sold for $2,550 on Christmas Day. Congratulations to Jerry Heiss on snagging one of these out of a blaster box as well. At number 5, we're with Nashville Card Bros, who break over on Whatnot, and they were opening 2024 Absolute Football, and this was a mega box.
This is the absolute biggest kaboom that we
Mega boxes be stacking, don't they?
A PSA 10 of this goes for about $6,000.
Oh my god!
This is the Jaden Daniels Rookie Horizontal Kaboom, and I have this at $2,200 based on the last raw sale, which was a best offer on eBay. And the one and only PSA 10 sale went for $5,100 on eBay. Speaking of PSA, I jumped on their website to check their proper report on these horizontal kabooms, and it looks like these are grading just fine, which was not the case for basketball kabooms this year. At number 4, we are with OG Rips, who break over on Whatnot, and they were opening 2023-24 Select Basketball, and this was a mega box.
I wanted this to be the last one.
Oh, are you sure it's a Tiger? Oh, it looks like it, yeah.
It's a Victor Wembanyama! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Victor Wembanyama, Tiger! Holy...
This is the Victor Wembanyama Rookie Courtside Tiger Prism, and I have this at $2,500, which is what the last raw sale of this card was on eBay a little over 1 month ago. And the last PSA 10 did over $4,000 on alt. Animal prints are always fun to pull, especially when combined with the Martian himself. This is an incredible pull. At number 3, we are with It's Jay West, and on his TikTok, he posted this video of a pull yet from 2024 Select WNBA, and this was one of those tins. This is incredible.
I saw this on the shelf. I have no idea about this. Maybe my night changes here. I'm assuming Caitlin Clark V1. Okay. What do you think, chat? Number 5.
You could tell he wasn't sure if he had something special here or not. Well, he does. This is the Caitlin Clark Rookie Color Wheel. This is a super short print insert, and I have this at $2,700 based on the last raw sale on eBay, and the one and only PSA 10 sale went for $4,000. PSA is where this card is headed, and Jay West claimed he didn't realize the magnitude of this card, but was pleasantly surprised when he looked at comps. Congrats to Neighborhood Card Shop on pulling one of these from a blaster last month as well. At number 2, we are with Cervantes Brothers, and they posted this video on X of a personal rip they had of 2024 Topps Chrome Update Baseball, and this was a mega box.
Any Dom. Yeah.
See what that is there.
Sorry if I'm seeing that late. Got some down. Nothing too big. We can get it right here.
Of Alien De La Cruz.
Yeah, I don't have no big on down.
All right. This is my biggest card ever.
This is the only down card I think I have.
This is the Ellie De La Cruz Rookie Major League Minis Superfractor 1 of 1, and I have this at $3,500, which is what this card sold for as a best offer on eBay just last week. These inserts, which feature the player in its tiny form, are a big hit to collectors, but not big enough to be considered the biggest retail pull of the month. Let's see what card is able to lay claim to that title, along with who pulled it and how they reacted after pulling this once-in-a-lifetime card. And taking down the number 1 spot this month is 805 Collectibles, who break over on Whatnot, and they were opening 2023-24 NBA Hoops Premium stock, and this was a blaster box.
Tempur-Pedic designed the Ergo Pro Smart Base to help you fall asleep more easily. It's the only smart base that features our exclusive soundscape mode that synchronizes a gentle massage with relaxing sounds to help you drift peacefully off to sleep. Save up to $500 now on select adjustable mattress sets and discover the award-winning Tempur-Pedic. Learn more at Tempur-Pedic.com.
Joker, Bogdan, Grady Dick Silver. Oh my God! We just hit a Webby 1 of 1, bro. Holy! Catch! Catch! Oh my God, dude! We just hit a super factor Webby.
Yeah, China card. It's
Green chat. Oh my God! I want to cry right now. Weber, yes, you're rich, bro. Oh my God, Weber, we just made you so much money, bro. You're rich. I'm like, chat, dude, that's crazy.
You guys remember this one, right? This is the Victor Wembanyama Attack the Rack Superfractor 1 of 1, and I have this at an estimated $10,000 based on what the Nebula 1 of 1 sold for as a best offer on eBay back in October. This card actually cracked the weekly top 10 list, although lately the clip level to get on that list has been much higher than this. But from a retail product, this is a pull of a lifetime. Congratulations to 805 Collectibles and whoever is the lucky owner of this card, because this is absolutely amazing. 10 grand out of a retail box is absolutely insane. Congratulations to everybody who even made this list this month. It was a good one. Congrats to everyone who pulled a big card this month, whether or not you were recording, which you should, because that's a requirement to get on this show. But congratulations to you. Drop a comment down below and let us know what was your best retail pull in December. I know a lot of you were opening Christmas gifts and stuff, so maybe you got a little Christmas magic. Thank you to PSA for their longtime support of this series. Be sure to utilize the promo code IFSports25 for you first-time users out there. And thank you to the IF fam for your support via the membership program right here on YouTube. I appreciate everybody's help and support in 2024. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so very much, and I cannot wait to see what 2025 has in store, not only for this show, but for the channel and life, whatever it is. Let's be better than we were in the previous year. One last Happy New Year from me to you guys out there. I hope to see you guys on Monday for the top 10 pulls of the week, because I know there were some big cards pulling out of hobby boxes this week. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll see you guys then, and until then, be smart, be safe, and be humble. And out.
Stains are certain. So is the power of Tide, with 50% more cleaning power.
I joined the Old Spice Hair Rescue crew really to make a difference. I look around and see guys like this with flat, dry, dull-looking hair. It breaks my heart. Sometimes guys are going years using shampoos that were never designed for men, and the results can be pretty devastating. Yeah, we got to this guy just in time.
Old Spice is scientifically crafted to help make men's hair look thicker, healthier, and more moisturized with the perfect...
Yeah. Oh. What do you want to talk about?
Normally I'd ask you, what do you want to talk about? But I think we all want to talk about the same thing. Timing is a funny thing in life, just as it is in this industry. We're on the cusp. WWE is on the cusp of changing everything, not just about WWE, not just about sports entertainment, but about pro wrestling itself. It starts tonight, SmackDown, going 3 hours here in Phoenix. And then, of course, Monday Night Raw, going to Netflix. And my excitement, it's tempered, ever so slightly tempered, because as much as I'd like to be involved, I can only be involved so much because technically I am not cleared to wrestle. And I am not cleared to wrestle because of Kevin Owens. Nick Aldis and management are concerned that I'm here in the first place, but the Royal Rumble is essentially only a month away, and at the Royal Rumble, we will hang this championship above us. Kevin Owens and I will compete in a ladder match.
Upset stomach? Ibirogast. Indigestion? Ibirogast. Bloating? Ibirogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Ibirogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Ibirogast.
Thanks for getting these supples. Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did he do with her uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub balls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
3-hour SmackDown. The Scottish Warrior is here. I would say it was a surprise, however, with the transfer window in effect, we can only assume that Drew McIntyre is here to talk about maybe coming to Friday Night SmackDown at some point. Corey, Drew McIntyre over the past number of weeks has made it very clear that he is out to get revenge on anyone who has sided with Roman Reigns. Very similar mindset to that of none other than Kevin Owens. McIntyre's a superstar who feels as though the entire world has gone mad around him. Drew feels that he's the only one that sees the truth, much like Kevin Owens. But both Owens and McIntyre can agree that Cody committed an unforgivable sin by assisting Roman Reigns back in Bad Blood. And this should be interesting because of a long history between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes that dates back a couple of decades. Both men have had very similar careers, having to leave WWE for long durations before coming back and truly finding themselves in the success that they sought. Right now, McIntyre is staring a hole through the undisputed WWE champion.
I'm not here to hurt you, Cody. I'm here to help you. You're not on my list. We go way back. It says no one else is going to look you in the eye and tell you this. You're about to screw up your entire life's work. Everything you've done, all the dues you have paid to finally make it to the top of WWE, be the centerpiece you talked about as moving into the future. This is the greatest generation in the history of the company. Not the 80s, the new generation, the Attitude Era, brother. Right now is the best wrestlers we have ever had in ring. And if you look at the numbers, the best of all time by far, and you're the freaking quarterback of it all. But you're about to screw it all up. Nick Aldis is breathing down your neck. He won't clear you. I know what that feels like when you want to fight and management start holding you back. There's a guy running around with a replica title like he's one of these idiots in the crowd pretending he's the world champion. They're promoting him as the world champion in live events. And your neck is hanging by a thread. So I wanted to come out here and tell you, the SmackDown portal, the SmackDown gimmick, whatever the hell it's called, I don't care. I can see you need a friend, you need somebody to watch your back, and maybe I need to... Drew. I know you're here, the transfer window, and here you are, you're saying that you want to help me, you don't want to hurt me, right? That's what you're saying? Exactly what I'm saying. I always tell the truth. Always tell the truth! Okay, WWE's resident truth teller. Well, I'd love to tell the truth back to you. I'd love to say that years ago I watched you from afar. I watched you carry WWE through its darkest time. I'd love to say that you and I are kindred spirits. The fact that we had to leave here, scrape ourselves up off the mat, and make something of ourselves, come back and finish our story. I'd love to say that over the last 2-3 years, you have become not just a beast on that microphone, but in this ring. I'd love to say all of that, Drew, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And I can just feel this tension. I can feel this situation. It's certainly going to devolve. So let's go ahead and cut right to it. You want to throw hands right here, right now? You want a shot at this championship? We might as well do it. Everybody wants it. Drew, come and get it. Quality is similar as we are. You're going to see the truth one day. As soon as we're gone, they're going to forget us. It doesn't matter what they think. I'm telling you the truth. I am not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. One more thing.
I want an app.
Every reason is the right reason to Orange Theory. Book your free class today.
I'll start my business when things settle down. Maybe next week when I have more time. I want to start. First, I need the perfect plan. You can keep making excuses. Or you can take the first step.
You need to watch your back.
Walking away as Kevin Owens tees off on Cody Rhodes. Owens and now Rhodes trying to fight back. Remember, Rhodes is not medically cleared to compete because of the injured neck. But Rhodes taking the fight to Kevin Owens on a survival here. Cody's back is against the wall. Kevin Owens is intent on taking the thing that Cody values most, the undisputed WWE Championship. Rhodes is enraged as the delusional Kevin Owens continues to attack the champion. And Rhodes bringing the fight to KO again. Someone needs to protect Rhodes from himself.
Any Diva Autos.
Dragging Kevin Owens out of the ring.
Like what kind of divas?
Owens is confused. He's erratic.
Like I got Rhea. I got. Like, I don't know. Do we consider Rhea a diva? Or...
Come to Royal Rumble. You may have no choice.
Sorry, I'm just not saying that.
To acknowledge that Kevin Owens is the undisputed WWE champion. In 4 weeks from tomorrow, Kevin Owens wins the Eagle Championship, which he did not earn. Along with Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE title will be hanging above the ring. A ladder match to determine the undisputed WWE champion.
I went on Temu to see what $100 gets you if I wanted to get wrestling merch. This is a video I've wanted to make since I hit YouTube Partner, and I'm very thankful that you guys helped us get there. Now, if you don't know what Temu is, it allows you to get dirt cheap products such as t-shirts, shoes, tech, decor, anything you could think of from their website, as they do ship from China. at a very affordable price. It's similar to Wish, AliExpress, Shein, all those different sites, just different brand name, honestly. And in today's video, we're going to go over what $100 gets you on the website if I want to get wrestling merch. Now, I want to let you guys know ahead of time, this is not official WWE merchandise. This is not official anything from WWE, AEW, or any of the name brands that you guys know. This is all straight from China, cheaply printed, or maybe we might get some quality stuff today. But, you know, sometimes some people are on a budget. WrestleMania tickets are basically mortgages at this point, and WWE merchandise from their shop does get a little pricey at times. So I'm just providing an alternative for anybody who is very interested and doesn't care about shipping time. So for this video, there are a few rules that we are going to follow. The first one being that this could be from any wrestling promotion. This does not have to strictly be WWE. This can be WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, or even just generic wrestling merch just in general. So the second rule is that I can only get 2 of the same type of items, such as 2 t-shirts, 2 mugs, 2 blankets, etc., etc. And that's because I want to make this a variety of different items that we get for this unboxing rather than just a box full of t-shirts. Otherwise, y'all might as well just go to justlayingdown.com and get yourself some merchandise. You should actually do that. Our third rule is that it must hit at least $100, but don't go too over. Don't have a field day, but go into the $100 range. Shipping is not included in this $100. And like I said before, rule number 4, I must get a variety of things because this is supposed to be a fun video. It's not just supposed to be me unboxing 50,000 t-shirts. I want to open different things and see what Temu can let us get. Now, depending on the items that we get and the quality, I'll see you guys in a little bit when we get everything in the mail. 3 weeks later. Well, we got everything in the mail, and I'm excited to open some packages. For this unboxing, I ended up getting 13 items going into 7 different packages. One of those packages, like I said before, came from China. Everything else, surprisingly, came from the US. And like I said, I followed the rules of how much I should spend, so we had a grand total before shipping of $101. With shipping, it came out to about $123, but with some coupons and things like that, it was still affordable. On top of that, the package from China took 2 extra days to deliver from the expected due date, so Temu actually sent me $10 in credit that I could use on a future purchase. But take a look, guys. There is so many packages to take a look at today, and I'm excited to show y'all what's inside. Some of these items were earlier in the video while I was searching through Temu. Some of them I looked at after I got off the recording, just to give you that little bit of surprise. And I will say, unfortunately, I did break the rules, and I got more than 2 t-shirts. I just couldn't resist. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open each of these packages. We're going to try on things. We're going to check things out and see what the quality looks like. And at the end of the video, I'll let you know if it was a good deal or not. So without further ado, let's open these packages. I think we're going to start with the small packages first, and then we're going to go to the big package, which I think has all the stuff from China. Also, guys, make sure you guys check out my Tonga Loa t-shirt. You can get it at my Etsy store. Link will be down in the description below. So I guess I'm just going to start opening things, and I got to get my box better. So let's just get into these first boxes. So first I'm going to get is this pretty cool pink box here, and I know what's inside of it, but we're gonna see if the quality is good, how the print is. The first thing that we opened from this pink box that I have here is a CM Punk mug. Now, I feel like the print is a little bit small. It does look just a tiny bit pixelated, which isn't too bad because it is double-sided, so it's still, you get the idea of how it is, but it's a pretty cool mug. I would have my coffee in it. It's a pretty cool CM Punk themed mug, and that's all it really is to it. I'm actually very happy with how it was shipped. It was shipped in a nice little styrofoam insulation inside, so that way it doesn't just break inside the box. But all in all, pretty simple mug, nothing too crazy, just CM Punk from his AEW days. And this mug ended up costing me $12.58. So is it a cool mug? Absolutely. I feel like for the cost, I would have wanted a bigger design of the CM Punk flag logo, but Temu is Temu. $12, you can't go wrong. If I were to recommend, I'd probably say go to Etsy instead. That was the only box. So for this, I'm just going to start grabbing bags and I'll see what's inside. So this next item is the SmackDown shirt. Let's go. So again, a lot of these t-shirts are just printed onto like basic Gildans or basic quality t-shirts. They're not anything official from any site. But I will say, off of first glance, I'm happy that they came in like a nice little Ziploc bag. So it's the presentation for me that's really cool. We got a size XL in the SmackDown tee that you can see right there.
I'm not watching this. I have no idea.
who just built this huge.
Now, I know what you're thinking. What kicked off tonight's program? I know you're asking yourself, what is exactly that lit this? So let's go ahead and just jump right off into it.
Yo, K-Walker, why you even link me up with boy? What's wrong with him? Got me and Reed standing next to him and outsiders thinking he really from Philly and all that. Worst thing he did was mention me, though. It's about to get dark. Fuck wrong with him. Fuck easy to block. Easy to op. Me and easy can box. I fight, man. My right hand not easy to block. No plug from the city ever gave easy a block. No fiend from the city ever went to easy to cop. In the palm box, easy can rock. I'll bet that pussy up and change his name into easy.
Man, me and my boys can take you anytime, anywhere. I don't see no boys. I gotta wait. It looks like we have a...
Matches one winner wrestler secures their opponent to the stretcher. Introducing first, accompanied by Charmel from Houston, Texas, Booker T.
Earlier tonight, we determined that Sunday, August the 10th, Hard Justice on pay-per-view, TNA's debut in Trenton, New Jersey, we will see Booker T, Samoa Joe, the rematch for the TNA World Heavyweight title, a championship belt that Booker wears to the ring.
Deputy Harris, hope you like flying. Beautiful day for it. I never flew U.S. much.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, Consequences Creed.
To put it lightly, it was a fired-up Consequences Creed that we heard from just moments ago in anticipation of this Impact main event. Stretcher match. Consequences Creed told Lauren, this is just what he's been looking for. He realizes this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I'm going to tell you, I think it's the perfect time to have this opportunity. When you think of what Booker T was like at the end of Victory Road, I remembered him bloody, beat down. I don't even know if he realized that Charmel actually counted a 3. I mean, get him, leave him out of there. He can't be in the best condition for this matchup. Consequences Creed is young, he's in shape. Great opportunity. I'm really anxious to see how Booker T responds after Victory Road last Sunday.
Earlier, we heard Booker T place the phone call requesting an ambulance to come to the Impact Zone, and we can tell you that a stretcher has been positioned here at ringside tonight because you win this stretcher match, our main event, when a wrestler secures his opponent to the stretcher.
So it's a situation where what you got to do is make sure you got your opponent out on his feet. To a situation where it's easy to lock him in on that stretcher and then run him out to the ambulance. Right now you can see.
The going good, man. Appreciate it. Sorry if I'm.
Hey guys, Maven here. Today I'm joined by my good buddy and WWE Hall of Famer, Devon Dudley. And we are going to be reacting to WWE's most racist moments of all time. Devon, you ready to dive into this?
Damn right.
What up, Rumble?
How you doing? Yeah. What's good in the hood?
Hold it down, trying to take care of business.
Keep it up.
Okay. Go.
I don't even know what to say about that. Luckily, I wasn't in the company during that time. I was in another organization, but damn, how did the USA Network even say yes to that?
I've wondered for years how this made it to air. I've wondered for years how people off camera, writer, whoever was okay with this. I don't know if Vince did it on his own volition. I don't even know how John didn't stop it right then. John's entrenched in the hip-hop community at this time. I have no idea how this went forward.
Well, you know, when you have a white guy doing rap music in the black community, there's lines that you don't cross, even if you're not the one doing it.
Absolutely. What's your reaction to this if you're there?
I think that'll be the point in time where fear of talking to Vince, like so many people have, I think that fear would be gone. Like, dude, and that ain't fucking right.
Yeah.
You don't do shit like that, man.
Nah.
You just don't. You know, I don't even like it when black people do it, but I always felt like in the movie Malcolm X, where he said a lot of these guys traded in their white suits for suits. Not saying that Mr. McMahon did that. I'm not saying that at all, but a lot of people in this organization I felt did that.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Wrestling's a good
Any updates on that?
Always has been.
Always will be.
Gargano?
I've always heard, I'm not going to say from who, that this was Vince's subtle way. Well, not
slap
so
Gargano.
This
I
was
got a
Vince's
rookie
way
Gargano. I
of
just
keeping people in their place, showing people what I can get away with, and you won't do anything about it. I forgot Book is in this.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Don't let the 5 times, don't let the fun, jovial side of Book fool you. Book's legit.
It was Martin Luther King Day, and the WWE always does tribute to Dr. King. And the video was being watched before it aired, and I remember somebody making a reference to Dr. King by stating, "I don't know why we're celebrating him. He didn't do anything for
PSA 9
or even help me out." And Booker
Johnny
heard that.
Gargano GOAT.
So we had a meeting the next day, and I remember all the wrestlers were together, and Vince had said,
Johnny?
"So if there's anything that anybody needs to say or get
Oh,
off their
for
chest,
National Treasures,
or,
Jeff Hardy. No,
let
it's
them speak now, let's
Johnny
before we
G.
end the meeting.
Johnny
If
Wrestler.
anything that you feel bothers you, then
Much as
let's
a
air it out
slap.
right now." And Booker stood up and said, "I got something to say. Why this son of a bitch had the nerve to say that Dr. King didn't do anything, you know, except to help his own people.
Yeah, I think that's all I got for NT.
You know, he didn't accomplish nothing." And I remember Vince, you know, looking at Booker and just going, he said that, and he told him, and that brother's career was never the same after that.
Really? Booker's not one to mess with.
No, not when it comes to stuff like that.
Nah, not at all. I wish I could say if I was standing there where Booker was, I would say something. But the truth is, knowing that this man signs the front of my check, I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have. And that's just me being honest.
Johnny G out of 10. Or out of what? Yeah, gold to 10 on the 9.
Oh, I can't go on that man right now. He's my boss.
Recently, Hunter had to address allegations of racial inequality. And he had to address whether or not he sees talent through the eyes of race. As a company,
90, 80, 90? I don't know.
Do you agree
Throw
that
me
they
an offer.
do or don't?
In the 70s and 80s, it was running rampant. And you saw it.
80, 90?
Storyline wise, promos, the way some of these wrestlers were cutting them. Now, today, I don't know. I don't particularly know because, again, some people are upset because they're not getting the push or what have you. Other people,
Everything on that, sir. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, man. No problem. You got any cards for trade? Let me know. I'm looking for some Undertakers.
As a crutch.
No.
However,
trying to get rid of this Bray Wyatt for
thrown in your
Undertaker.
face.
People love Bray Wyatt.
It's a different story.
Yes.
Different story. I've said
Let me
it on
know.
this
Let me
channel
know.
many times. I don't think Hunter liked me. I don't think he disliked me because of race, though. I don't. I think if he disliked me, it was because of the tough enough angle. Had nothing to do with race.
And that's what I was going to say. I was just talking about somebody about this.
About hating me? You hated me. It certainly wasn't from race.
No, it was for obvious reasons.
Because I was good looking.
Far from that.
And after we take Lex Luger in the job, we want the gold sucker Hulk Hogan. We coming for you now.
I should point out.
I'm not sure
Look at
how that came out of Booker's mouth. Because, again, Booker is one of the most sensitive person when it comes to even joking around about race.
Yeah.
And for that to come out of his mouth, I mean, again, so intense in the promo and things like that. I was always one of those guys that said this. I never thought, even when black people use it in front of other white people, I thought it was terrible to say it because now you're giving them justification to be able to use that word. And then when they use it, now you're ready to punch them in the mouth. But if they see you doing it, you saying it, then they're like, well, you know, Devon said it, it should be okay. Or Mavis said it'd be okay. Which is why I don't like it either in rap music. You know, we have such a crossover fan base of rap music now. It's just not black people, you know, doing rap music. So when you're using the N-word in rap music, and then all of a sudden, you know, the white person buys a record or whatever race buys the record, they start singing it, and now they're singing the same lyrics in the rap song out loud, and the minute the N-word comes up, now all of a sudden you want to whoop their ass.
Right.
It's like, well, it's the rap music, number one, they paid to get. Number two, you're wanting them to buy it. And number three, you're putting this out there for them to be able to say it.
Well, in this case, this is infamous. I think Booker was just so wrapped up. He was obviously going off of a promo that was not written out. He wasn't given a run sheet with bullet points to hit. Somebody came up to him and said, cut a promo on Hogan. And that's just Booker going.
Oh, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
I don't think he just let me say, okay, I'm going to say this and it's going to linger in people's minds 30, 40 years now.
And Booker's reaction after he does it, he knew immediately.
He knew.
He put his hands up and kind of turned his head.
And Sherry tried to give him comfort, like, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I love Sherry. Sherry was great.
Just like with Charmel's face tells the story. Her face right there tells the story.
Oh, yeah. But see, Charmel cringed.
Yeah.
She's yes, safe for sure. Just like, it's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Would you realize you're a victim of racial pressure, even within your own family? Why is your white brother always ordering you to get the table?
Christopher Nowinski and Roddy Mack basically kind of did like that racist gimmick.
Reverse racism.
Reverse racism. And they were trying to break up Bubba and I, of course, a black and white team that was very successful, trying to get into our heads.
You know you're a frustrating human, JT. Everybody hating on you, just don't care. You know you either get a sturdy hairline or you get to dunk on people. You can't have both. Frustrating, low key.
I got my own shoe too.
You still my size 10s?
Dan Stolzer of Blaze Credit Union. Today I'm going to meet with Jackie. How has Blaze helped you the most?
I walked in and said, I need you to look at my finances. And they did that and advised me well. B-L-A-Z-E. Meet you up there.
Well, I didn't see anything wrong with that. Although a lot of people kept saying, why is it that you were always the one that's getting the table? Where people try to make it seem like it was very racist. But what they don't get is, and it came out later on, that the whole Devon get the tables, who do they remember? Devon. What name keeps resonating in their head? Devon. You know?
Who's on the shirts?
Devon.
Yeah.
I mean, Bubba's there too, but
just say Devon get the table.
But Bubba always does it. He goes, he was just mentioning this at an autograph sign. He goes, people get us confused. He was like, I don't get it. He goes, every time somebody calls me Devon, I go, what color is Devon?
Your reaction there was legit.
Well,
it was legit.
Yeah, because, you know, again, I try to make it as real as it possibly could. And, you know, try to put myself in a position where that was real. And what Chris was saying was extremely real.
Yeah.
So I had to get in that mind frame to do that. At that point, though, I was ready to go from trying to be a wrestler to entertainment.
Right.
And I think it played off perfect. And that was setting up for a pay-per-view that was coming up, Bad Blood.
And I'll give Chris Nowinski credit as well. He played his role perfect in that.
I don't think he had any choice. Because I remember I had him by the throat and I pushed him against the wall. And I didn't think I was doing anything. And all of a sudden he goes, when they don't cut, he went. I was like, oh, sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I encountered my own racism. You know, in WWE, I hate to say it, but I did with certain people that were in the office that were higher up. It was never Vince. It was never John Laurinaitis. It was never Michael Hayes. But there were individuals during that time, during the Attitude Era, that basically said that they didn't like me because I was black.
Wow.
He told me to my face.
Told you to your
Told me
face.
to my face a couple of times.
I'm not going to ask you to give names, but names that we would know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Give names.
the person said, you know, he didn't like me because I was black, and told Bubba, you know, started off by saying, you know, Bubba, you know, you're a good guy. I like you a lot. But Devon, I don't know. I don't know. Devon's a good guy. He's like, yeah, but he's black, you know, and I don't know. And I remember balling up my fist, and Bubba felt it and saw it and grabbed me.
Yeah.
And we had just came into the WWE, so this was like 1989.
Gotcha.
It was the opening of the restaurant. And I remember getting very pissed and was like, if I hit this individual,
it's done.
It's done. It's over. I was like, you know,
Any
you
Hart
probably
or
wouldn't be
Michaels?
sitting here talking to me now. But, you know, I calmed down. I was visibly upset.
Yeah.
I got a
You know,
Michaels
and then there was another
color
incident where
glass.
myself, Bubba, Tommy Dreamer, Spike, and Paul Heyman
Hold on a
all
second.
sitting in catering. And this individual comes into the catering, you know, hello Paul,
Think it's
hello
like
Dreamer,
an
hello
8.
Spike, and Bubba. And doesn't acknowledge me at all.
I
Lets me
got
out.
any bread? I'll
So
get
Paul
some
Heyman
bread.
goes,
Like,
what, you don't see
I'll
Devon
show you
now?
the
What's
bread
wrong?
I
What?
got.
You don't like him because
The
he's
bricks
black?
I got.
And
Got a
this
little
person
bread
said, you're
lot.
damn
And
right
I
I
got
don't
a
like
big.
him
I
because
got
he's
another
black.
Mike
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
what,
too. But
exactly. Again, a name
this is
we
my
would
big,
know. Oh,
my
absolutely.
big Mike card.
And from that point on, that person that said that,
Big Sean card.
I was
And
disrespectful,
what?
disrespectful
It's
in
in
a
an
way
8.
where it wouldn't get me in
Yeah,
trouble.
9
He come
or
up
8.
and
It's
say,
in a
hey,
9.
Devon, how you doing? I go, in front of people. I go, why are you saying
It's
hi
in a
to me?
9.
He goes, what do you mean why am I saying hi to you? I said hello to everybody.
Yeah,
I
it's
said,
dope.
but you know you don't like me.
One of my
Of course
favorite
I like you.
cards.
Stop. Come on now.
And then
This is the first time you
let
ever
me
really
show
said
you
hi
my
to me. I think I know why. It has something to do
lower
with your skin
stuff.
color.
Sean and
And
Britt.
when I said that, this person's face turned just white as a ghost.
Right.
And he
Gotta
was just
find it real
like, why
quick.
would you say that? I would never do that. I said, you're a lie. I said, and you know you are. Would you like me to point out a couple of incidents that happened between you and I? And he walked away.
Walked away.
Walked away. Every time this person would approach me, I would pretty much bring that up to him.
Every time.
Bring it up to him.
Never let him forget.
Never let him forget.
How he made you feel.
Even to this day. I see an individual, and I feel sorry for him to a degree, but I think God got him before I did.
He started a rumor that George Bush doesn't like black people.
It's a good parody. I will give him credit.
Now there's one hot little black bitch.
Look.
Oh.
Fuck.
You know he's my name. Whoa.
Again, you know, Vince loves Shark TV, and that's what he did. And you see the people's reaction.
Oh, yeah.
One
And they
second. I'm
found
just trying to
a
find
black
this.
woman.
The Michaels and the Britt.
See her reaction.
It wasn't good.
You sit there and you allow these things to be said, but then, you know, you don't do anything to counter it. In other words, saying how much it was wrong and this and that, and nothing was said when that statement was said.
Right.
So when they go out in the street or they leave the arena and they see a black person, now it's okay to say that.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Oh,
Just step.
Michael would do that.
Is a step.
Hold
Get yours in style and comfort with Schuler shoes.
I got some Sean's right here. One second. I got 3 Sean's. Then I got the Brett, couple Brett cards I got. Got a photogenic Sean.
it's a joke. You know, they said it on the
Fun in there.
Yeah, well, why can't it be found out here? Because it's not.
Yeah.
Prism Sean, Select.
Do you have any problem
And then this
with them?
red, white, and blue
Obviously,
Sean.
when he was hugging the parody George Bush and he steals his wallet. You got any problem with that?
Of course I do. Are you trying to say that all black people steal?
Sure.
You know, it's like, why would you say that? You know?
I love when comedy
Let's see
goes the
this,
race route.
on his
Just because
Brett
I
real
think that's
quick.
how, I think laughter, a common laughter, can bring people together. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree to a certain extent. It just depends on
It
how
can take it
far.
too far? Gotcha.
Right. Sometimes too far is never good.
Here it goes.
You know, because again, it gives the wrong message. Even though you're trying to give a good message, have come out of this, it comes off as being
Got
bad.
2
What's
Brett
the
cards.
line? That's the question. What's the line?
Well, I mean,
And we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Brett Select Red.
I don't know what
And then I
you're
got this
cooking.
Brett out of 25 versus British Bulldog.
I think I'll eat some anyway.
Now, you know, that was a
That's all I got for
A
Brett
reference to
Michaels.
Mark Henry. They said, you know,
As I know
somebody
of.
gave him a Subway sandwich
I'm
and shit
kind
in
of
it.
going
And
through all
gave it
my
to him.
stuff
That
right
was
now.
that
Just
was
getting
always
everything in
said.
lots.
That was the running.
That was the running joke.
The rib,
a lot
yeah.
of people, or the rib, whatever you want to say. Which I don't find that funny at all.
No.
Somebody trusts you to go get them a sandwich or something like that, and you bring it back and you take it and you put feces in it.
Yeah, no.
That's not cool. I don't care what the person does.
I fail to see the humor.
I have no humor in that at all.
What about the rest of just DX coming out? I mean,
Well, you know,
again, parody.
Well, you look at the one that played Mark Henry, which was X-Pac, and you know, not saying anything wrong. X-Pac is a friend of mine, but you know, he's never good to be
Friend of mine.
Never good to be in blackface. If this was to ever come up now, it's just the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong message. Get Shark TV some other way.
Yeah, I think we both would agree. We both know Sean.
Mm-hmm.
No part of me thinks Sean's. I've never thought Sean was racist in any way.
No, I always thought him and Road Dogg. I used to tell him all the time because I remember when I first came to WWE, all they listened to was rap music. They love black culture. All that. I used to say, man, y'all the blackest white people I'd ever seen. It was great.
I can't go back and retroactively tell people where you should have been before. Like, our culture is at a certain place now, like it or not. But I'm not going to go back and say, you should have known 20 years ahead of time where we would be.
Right.
Because no one knows.
No one knew.
See, the fact is, Booker, somebody like you
I like this so, bro. No,
doesn't get to be a world champion.
The look up and down. The look up and down. Did you know that? Someone like you.
Right.
The subtle putting in someone's place.
With your nappy hair. I was laughing all week long.
Booker was put in a
compromising position.
And
they fucked Booker up for that shit. It was dirty.
If Booker says, nah,
all right, man.
With this,
Thank you. You're welcome, bro.
They would have replaced him with someone quickly. They wouldn't have changed the script. It's the subtleties that get me. The looking up and down, the nappy head. I'm going to tell you what I think, but have the gloss of it's just character.
Right. Something that should not have been put on camera and in an audience as big as this. Because we got kids. You know, there's kids watching. There's, you know, people that are influenced by pro wrestling. So to ever go that route again, we should never go back. I don't think we can.
I don't think we will.
But I don't think we ever should have in the first place.
I don't think we will. I don't think any of us would realize where we would be just 19 years later, and just how much we have advanced, and then how much we haven't.
Well,
at the same time.
Well, you know, like I thought I'd always wrestle for the rest of my life. I never thought I'd retire, but now I'm retired.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
you know,
father time.
Caught up.
Father time wins. Well, Devon, we touched a touchy subject. No one I'd rather do it with. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
And you have a YouTube channel. I'm about to go on. Tell us about it.
Absolutely.
It is now time to testify. You see, I'm here with my boy Maven, a good friend of mine in the wrestling business, and we're going to take a look at some of my most extreme moments in my career. I remember this.
Yeah, I bet you do. Where are we at here?
This is TLC. This is one of the most dangerous spots I think I'd ever taken in those TLC matches. This is where I'm petrified of heights. Extremely petrified.
You're petrified of depths. I've never looked up in my life and got scared. I've looked down and got scared.
That I have. I remember Edge kept saying, "Don't look down, don't look down."
Damn,
Before we even touch
that bump hurts me to this day.
That bump, like, it hurt.
Jeff is kicking me for dear life, and I'm screaming, "If you ever loved me, you would stop kicking me. The ladder isn't moved." Edge goes, "What's going on up there?" I said, "This son of a bitch won't stop kicking me. Please move the damn ladder." It was like in Rocky when he said, "Throw the damn towel, man. Throw the damn towel." That's the way I felt. I was like, "Move the goddamn down. Move the damn ladder, man. Move the ladder."
I want to give people an impression of how high you guys are. When you're hanging on for dear life, how high above the ring are you?
That had to be about at least 25, maybe 30 feet.
So that's an insane bump.
I mean, I landed straight on my back. Damn.
Hey, you took a damn good bump though.
Well, the thing about it is, if you just saw it, and I just realized
Look
this
at
after
that.
watching it all this time, I could have over rotated.
You could have landed on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
You took a perfect bump there.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's through the grace of God that I landed the way I did.
Yeah.
I had
Any
a
autos?
friend of mine
I got a
say,
lot of
I
autos.
like to do that herky jerky
For anybody in
self
particular.
with the leg moving. And I did it.
Yeah.
I gotta get like, I don't know, man.
I did it.
I gotta get like my locks together and autos.
When you took that bump, I was waiting
That
to
kind
see
of
if
mixed
you would
all
twitch.
them up.
And when you twitched, I knew you were okay.
You were okay.
I knew you were okay.
Yep.
I remember
Looking for anybody particular, let me know. But let me show you what I got my slabs for autos.
Everybody was thinking they actually went over. Bubba goes, all right, D-Ron, I'm going to do yours now. I said, no, we're not.
Not even with a crash pad?
I'm sweating now.
Yeah. Ava auto.
I go,
Not even with a crash pad?
No.
Wow.
That's how
Keanu James auto.
even doing that spot.
You're like, I have one in me, and it's going to be on the show.
Because I know once I get out there,
Got Ivar and Eric auto.
watching in the back, you got no other choice but
You see the Lita and Kane
believe
auto
your
up there. You see the Carlito. You see
you got to do it. What happens if you freeze? I go, Bubba,
Paul Ellinger.
I'm not going to freeze.
This is what put you
Mankind auto.
guys, this is what put Edge and Christian, this is what put the Hardys, not only on the map, but in that
With
upper
Kaiser
echelon
auto.
legendary status. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, but we had one more right before this legendary one. This was in Carolina, in the Hardys' hometown. But the first one was done in Anaheim, California, and that was WrestleMania.
Gotcha.
And so, but it was considered a ladder match. It wasn't considered a TLC match until this one came about.
Gotcha.
But in my opinion, before WrestleMania
Another Mankind
17,
auto.
this was my favorite.
This was it. This was, I still remember, this was before I knew you. This was before you and I were friends.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember watching this match, and I think wrestling is what it is today because of matches like this. This was the kind of entertainment you just can't miss.
Well, you also got to put in perspective, too. Nobody was really doing this.
Sami Zayn auto.
No one had done it. So it was kind of like we were the
Sheamus
first
auto.
ones to do it. Not to mention you're using tables.
Stone Cold Steve Austin auto.
Chairs.
Whose dumb idea was that?
RBD auto.
I've asked dumb questions before in my life. I will ask more
Liv
dumb
Morgan
questions.
auto.
This
Got
is
a
just another one.
Rhea
What did it
Ripley
feel
auto.
like
I got
when you fell. What did your body feel like?
Like a car
So many
crash.
autos.
Like I hit a cement wall. It was one of those things where I didn't know what to expect. If you know what to expect, then it's a lot harder to do it.
Yeah.
Because you know the pain that you're about to
is all mixed up.
You know the pain that's coming.
Well, no one likes a root canal.
Exactly.
They know what's
They know what's coming. But to take that type of bump, because we've taken bumps, crazy bumps, in ECW, even in WWE, even before this, to not know what's coming,
right?
That's the part that's really scary.
Absolutely. But I can say wrestling is what it is today because of bumps just like that and matches just like this. Brother, you wear that Hall of Fame ring and you wear it with pride. And it's because you earned it.
Thank you. I mean, it's been a long and windy road, as the Beatles put it, but, you know, at the same token, it was worth every blood, sweat, and tears that I put into it.
All right, so the next one, where are we at here?
The Houston Astrodome, WrestleMania 17. Not only the tables, ladders, and chairs, but we added Lita, Rhino, and Spike to the mix. So think about it. We've already got 6 guys in there doing what we're doing. Now we're adding 3 more people in there. And the storyline has to be
makes sense.
Impeccable.
Has to make sense.
It has to make sense. Not to mention, we have to meet every element there is to meet. A has to go with B. B has to go with C. There can't be anything in between. You can't mess it up.
How much time did you guys have for this?
I know we were scheduled for 25 or 30, and it got cut down to 16.
If you get cut down from 25 to 17, that's 17 with 3 teams' entrances. So you're getting cut down even more.
And this is done in Gorilla. This is done right before we went out. So this wasn't like we were in the locker room still going over something. They said, okay, we're cutting you down to such and such.
Yeah.
No, we got to Gorilla. We thought we had 30. And next thing you know, we were told, Dudley's Education Hardys, you guys got 18 or 16 minutes.
And you had to do it on the fly.
Do it on the fly.
Wow.
Now we try to duplicate the same bump
Right.
that me and Jeff did, me and Christian.
Oh,
And it
gosh.
looked like Christian was watching Jeff. He's kicking me the same way, too.
Whoa, the ladder.
Look, the ladder's still
Yes.
there. That's not even moved.
Oh, gosh. All right, I'm going to watch this in slow motion. Did you try to not take that bump at that point? I saw you grab Christian.
So right by the ass, I was like, I ain't going down by myself. Now, remember when I told you, I said, if you don't know what you're going to feel, then the bump is kind of easy because you don't know what to anticipate. Going up there with Christian,
Right.
I knew.
You knew.
So I'm hesitating,
Yeah.
even letting go.
Root canal. You know what's coming.
I know what's coming.
And that's a 20-foot ladder.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have leaf filter to avoid going up on and doing my gutters because, once again, I'm afraid of depths. I don't look up and get scared. I'm not afraid of heights, but I don't like depths. Compared to the last bump where you took a perfect flat back, the surgery you had on your back, probably from this.
I'm going to say a combination of both. The first one really jarred me, but again, I didn't feel it as much because the way I landed. I landed as flat as you could possibly be.
Absolutely.
On this one, it was kind of like tailbone first,
Yeah.
and then going to my back, just because that little ladder was in the way, and I didn't know how I could bump without hitting it. So it was kind of scary. But again, that was probably the best TLC match that we had ever had. And I was very happy and proud of that.
You like this one more than the other ones?
Oh, yeah.
This one's your favorite.
I think this one is number one because of all the different elements with adding Lita, Spike, and Rhino. And just the story that we told.
Okay.
Storytelling is huge.
It's everything.
To be able to do that with tables, ladders, and chairs, 3 extra people, and then the 6 that are already in there, that's huge.
As long as we've been friends, I never knew this one was your favorite.
This one was my favorite. I love TLC.
And this one you had the most stacked against you.
Everything was against us. I mean, you got to think about it. We done did 2 of these matches already.
Yes.
They had seen everything we thought they could see. What can we possibly do that would top SummerSlam? What can we possibly do that would top WrestleMania, the first one we did? What would top even what we did with the Hardys at the Royal Rumble with the tables match?
Yeah.
You have we've done all this crazy crap, but yet now you're asking us to do it again on the biggest stage of them all.
I have a question that I guarantee you people are going to want to know. How long are you in planning stages for a match like this? This isn't because most people, now they know. We get to the arena at 1 o'clock. That's when we start planning out our matches for the night, for that night. A match like this, you can't start planning day of.
It was 2 days prior because we would go and lock ourselves in the room with the producer, which was always Michael Hayes, and just started putting every idea that we had together.
Yeah.
And then the next day we would go to the arena and then start going over the stuff.
In the wrestling business, it's one of the only businesses where just because you've had success on something in prior, you can't do it again.
Right.
In football, if you have a play that works, you can run it till it doesn't work. Not in this case.
No.
You have to come up with something new to make the fans say, I haven't seen that before.
Wrestling is a totally different animal.
Yes, it is.
It's not like anything that you've ever dealt with or saw before.
Now we're
at ECW.
ECW Arena.
This is in Asbury Park. ECW pay-per-view Living Dangerously.
Yep, and we got Spike coming off.
Spike and New Jack.
Oh.
Look at Bubba trying to be me. Bam.
Jack got a little bit of extra height.
Oh, yeah,
he went up.
He went
where
up.
Spike went just straight out and down.
Yeah, so Jack is landing on me, which I always caught. And, of course, Bubba gets the light of the two, which is Spike. But when you're coming off of a balcony, I don't care how small you are. That impact, it hurts.
Yeah, New Jack. He's the one wrestler that if you just say New Jack, everybody knows.
People's eyes widen up.
Everybody knows.
You know, people were familiar with New Jack. I had the pleasure of meeting Jerome Young.
Yeah.
You know, I knew Jerome Young.
Yeah.
So me and New Jack, you know, we had our issues over the years, and I'm glad to say that him and I made up, and you know, we wanted to tell each other we loved each other, and that all our feuding back and forth was just nonsense.
You say you had some issues.
Yes.
Was it with Jack, not Jerome?
It was with Jack. It was never with Jerome. And again, when we made up, I was talking to Jerome.
Gotcha.
I wasn't talking to New Jack. New Jack would come out every so often, but I would talk to Jerome majority of the time.
How long was this before he passed?
This happened right after we left WWE.
Oh, okay.
And it was, oh man, maybe 2012, 2013, we kind of made up and was talking to each other and realized how foolish we were going on social media, saying the things we said about each other and things like that. You know, it was kind of like, and Jack always compared it to like Biggie Smalls and Tupac. Because he loved the West Coast, even though he wasn't born on the West Coast, in terms of New Jack, and neither was Pac.
Yeah.
Pac
in Baltimore.
Right, and he was a big Pac fan. I was a big Biggie fan. I'm from Brooklyn. Gotcha. So he always compared it to that. But the thing about it is, Pac and Biggie never made up.
Never.
Me and Jack did.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And me hugging him and him hugging me and telling each other we love you. And, you know, we're not doing this anymore. We're not going to entertain the idiots out there that want to see us feud and fight. We're not doing that anymore.
They keep it. People like that keep it going because it doesn't affect them.
Right. Not only that, but it's their version of entertaining each other.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I love Jack. I miss him. And, you know, God rest his soul. He was a hell of a talent to work with. And, you know, I miss him dearly.
And this match will end. Oh, here we go.
Now, here's the tables match I talked about earlier with the Hardys at Madison Square Garden.
This is one, right?
This is the first time
one.
that people actually saw the Dudleys be the Dudleys.
Right.
This is the first time that Vince McMahon let the Dudleys be the Dudleys. Without the stuttering gimmick and this and that. It was back to our old roots.
Gotcha.
I remember we were a little jealous. I might even say envious of the Hardys and Edge and Christian with their ladder match that they had the month before that.
Okay.
In Cleveland. It was at a pay-per-view. They tore the house down.
Right.
At that point, we felt Vince didn't let us be the Dudleys.
Be you guys.
And so we wanted to be able to prove to him. And I remember looking at that pay-per-view going, if they would just give us the opportunity to go out there and show that what we can do, we would prove that we can do the same thing that the Hardys, Edge, and Christian did. And sure enough, we told, okay, Dudleys, the Royal Rumble is you guys and the Hardys in a tables match. And I remember Bubba coming to me and he goes, Devon, we got to turn it on.
Yeah.
It was like, we can't fail. We have to make sure that this is something that Vince and the office looks at it and goes, okay, these boys can go.
Somebody looked like a genius booking that. Somebody looked like a genius.
His name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Why is it that all the dangerous spots that the Hardys and the Dudleys did, why is Jeff on me? Why couldn't I ever have Matt?
He came down on you, too.
Oh, Jeff, when he puts his body on you, he ain't saving himself. Look at that. Everything, ass, back, everything, all on you, going right through that table, that last spot in that tables match.
Like, he came down with all of his brunt on you.
Somebody said, your last match, would you like it to be against the Hardys? I go, only if Jeff doesn't go with me and stays with Bubba. Hey, why is that? I said, because he hurt me.
Now, with this match, at that point, how much more was left to go? Well, that was pretty much that was the end.
That was the end.
Yeah.
That was the end.
So again, you knew your night was over.
No, it was over.
Once that spot
No, it was
happened.
over. And I was inching closer and closer to the end of my career. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, wait.
Hey.
I gotta stop you right there. If you want to see the rest of this, if you want to see part 2, then check in next week on my channel, because you're gonna see me and Maven continue to talk about my most extreme matches. So you need to like and subscribe below. Oh, my brother, testify.
God gracious. I didn't know his shit was that bad. I know New Jack shit was fucked up.
Like, what's the deal? Like, I need 1, and everybody else 3 to 4. So you're saying?
Put your hands up, I.
Like, what's the deal? Like, I need 1, and everybody else 3 to 4. So you're saying I'm not over?
want to talk about Cody Rhodes. Now, I think this was actually a comment on one of the videos we posted last week, is why I'm bringing this to your attention. And I think they were basically saying that Cody Rhodes is part of the problem. He is the WWE champion. Yet, my goodness, when I was researching this morning, I found that somebody, just of the last couple of years from WWE, had done a compilation of the top 25 finishes that Cody Rhodes had kicked out of. And you sort of think, if you're making a compilation of 25 finishes that Cody Rhodes is kicking out of, well, none of them are finishes, for starters. And two, the other thing is that, man, he sure needs to use, 2, 3, 4 crossroads to finish most opponents these days. Is Cody Rhodes part of the problem?
Well, I don't think Cody's the one that is coming up with the idea of hitting his finish 3 times on people, which I think he hit it once on Chad Gable, which I brought up that point before. You hit it 3 to 4 times on everybody else, and then what's that make Chad Gable look like if you only need 1 to beat him? You hurt Chad Gable with that, no matter they had a great match, but you know what I mean? You hurt when, and the talent can be thinking like, that for all we know, Chad Gable said, hey, hit me with 3, and Cody's going, no, I'm just going to do 1, and then Chad's like, oh, is that what you think of me and the office thinks of me, that I'm not good enough to take 3 or not tough enough to take 3? It fosters a whole bit of resentment, because now across the board, Cody would have to hit it 3 times. And I brought that up before, that the talent, they may not be saying it to him, but they'll be whispering, like, what's the deal? Like, I need 1 and everybody else 3 to 4. So you're saying I'm not over? This is the real slippery slope of this. Now, as far as Cody kicking out, is this a combination between AEW and WWE?
No, the first video was when he returned in 2022, and I think it was Seth Rollins he kicked out with a curb stomp as well. So it's the sort of WrestleMania kick-out thing that's now permeating every single pay-per-view and pretty much every single TV show now, it seems, at the same time. And as I say, I mean, is Cody part of the problem? Is he... Basically, he should be the leader of the locker room. If it's not going to be Roman Reigns, who's not there that often, or whoever else you could name. Should he be leading by example? And I think that's what Saturday night's main event people quite enjoyed, is that finishers meant to finish it for once. And the pile driver was so valued, as a storyline tool to show people that Cody was really, really good. I don't think it would be hard to go back to just one finisher means the end of the match.
Well, yeah, you can. You just have to recondition the audience. If they're conditioned to think a power driver is going to stretch for somebody, when it used to be literally, what was the AEW one? The person kicked out on 2 and the match kept going on for another however many minutes.
Oh, yeah, that was a tombstone onto the steel steps from the ring apron, and the match went on for another 10 minutes.
Well, there you go. So I think in a way that everybody should get together, and all the boys and the girls should say, listen, let's all protect each other's finishes. Like you said, somebody's got to police this. The office should be the one saying, this is the way it is across the board. Saturday night's main event is an interesting case study. I looked at the ratings for Saturday night's main event from the 85 debut and then the post to like 2005 or 6 and then moving forward. I'll take the 2006 was when I got squashed by Sabu, so that was my fault for the low rating. Dude, they were getting minimum on a low point on a bad Saturday night's main event, over 9 million viewers. For Hogan and Andre, 26.4 million. Hogan and Savage versus the Twin Towers was 20 million viewers. 2005 and 6, they got Raw and SmackDown numbers, like 2.5 million. But in this way, are we counting on it? The WWE say, we have casual fans that haven't watched since the last Saturday night's main event or the ones from the Hogan era. Let's do a legitimate, old school style psychology, storylines, finishes. Let's set the pace here. The problem with that is, on Monday they went right back to not selling anything. Think about it. I thought it was going to be okay. This is a new era of trying to protect all this stuff, and I guarantee you know what's going to happen? Owens is going to hit the package pile driver on Cody at the Royal Rumble, or they're wrestling. Are they wrestling on the Raw Netflix thing? They're throwing everything at that
Yeah,
debut show on Netflix.
I think Pence is debuting on there as well. They've got a lot going on for that one.
And also they have Rollins and Punk doing their match on Netflix, and then Reigns and Solo, which I don't understand. I don't understand the vignette from a boat dock, but okay. Did you see that from Roman Reigns? He's at the marina. What's that have to do with that? So, but anyway, that's a little Easter egg, like the plaques that were blurred out on the Botch Watch too.
I loved that. I never noticed that either. That really, not that I was down, but man, that cheered me up.
That was like the biggest laugh I ever got from you so far.
Oh, dearie. I'm trying to look for the. I'm trying to look for the.
Our broken clock is run right twice a day, so there we go.
I'm trying to find the original quote as well, or the comment, and I think I'm probably not going to find it, which is annoying. But here's the thing: you mentioned something before. It's like people across the board on all companies should basically agree to say finishes and finishes. Here's the problem. Well, one, that's never going to happen. But two, what if WWE now has that edict that no, a finisher is a finisher, and that's that. But then AEW doesn't. Who comes off as weaker? Do the wrestlers come off as tougher in AEW, or
no? No, they don't. I'm sorry to interrupt you. No. It's overbooked. Overbooked finishes and overbooked spots, overbooked matches are what tire the wrestling fans out. In other words, that comment here from Megsley on Patreon is the fans want more. We talked about cliffhanger, anticipation, Sue Spence. It's literally like people are telling me to watch Penguin in the comments. By the way, I plan on watching Penguin, but it's like you get mad in a way when you're not giving everything all at once, but you're also grateful because I have something to look forward to. I got something to talk to James about and say, dude, did you see that? What's going to happen next? We gotta do a Raw or SmackDown watch party or an AEW watch party to see what happens next. You have to do. You can't just say here it all is, and next week here it all is, and then week 3 here it all is. WWE 1,000 times would be better. You know why? Because if you watch one episode of AEW and they give you everything, then you're like, I can miss 5, and they're just going to give me everything on the 7th episode.
What's up, everybody? How much for Fiend?
You're like,
throw me an offer.
Cody got hurt on Saturday. What's going to happen on Monday?
I'm trying to really get rid of cards right now.
But I guarantee you said it's never going to happen. I completely agree. Because that Netflix, whatever Owens and Cody Royal Rumble, I hope it's a Rumble, because they'll get the maximum payoff for it. He's going to kick out of the package pile driver and win the match. How is that less devastating when he already dropped him on his head and hurt him, and his neck is compromised, but he gets the kick out on the second one? Randy Orton's going to kick out of the pile driver. I guarantee you. Now where are we? We just invested weeks and months of getting heat on Kevin Owens, sympathy on Cody, sympathy on Orton, for nothing. And then you know what fans are going to do? Why should I care? They're just going to come back anyway.
Well, what's the cure then?
The cure.
I mean, okay, should there be a thing? Because I hear some people argue there should be no such thing as a finisher, because finishing moves is an antiquated, ridiculous idea. You should have moves like signature moves.
I was going to curse, but what the heck does that mean?
Exactly.
So the matches go on forever? There's no finish?
Some people just say that, well, it's ridiculous. I say some people. I have read this more than once, I promise you. That, no finishing move should be a guaranteed win kind of thing. And that, sometimes you should have to hit 2 or 3. Or that, every move should be a signature finisher and, a signature move rather than a finishing move. And that maybe you have to hit quite a few and then, you get pinned with the roll up 10 seconds afterwards.
So,
AEW is so boring they don't even know how to develop storylines.
The things that annoy me or grind my gears or whatever. It was basically reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Reinventing the wheel.
Too much AEW.
Reinventing the wheel, in brackets, dangerously.
But this is dangerous. So now you want to hit multiple power drivers on people, multiple finishes, multiple. Hey, is this a thing? Okay, well, tell me this. We're going to get into the finishes that aren't finishes anymore. Randy Savage hit Ultimate Warrior with 7 or 8 elbows at WrestleMania 7.
That's Stevie
After
Richards,
how many
yeah,
years,
it is.
I don't totally agree with it. I'm just giving an example. You basically, within the vein of the storyline, retirement match, he had to give him everything, and Warrior had to give everything. But this was based on how many years,
Is he
maybe
there?
over a decade, and you go back to Memphis as well, it was a
He's
finish.
not here.
Randy Savage
I'm watching it on
got elbow
YouTube.
off the top rope, beat
Yeah,
everybody,
Stevie Richards.
except for Hulk Hogan hulking up one time. That was it. And that's why, at that particular point, plus the fact Savage and Warrior were very tight, this was a retirement match. When you bring in all these different elements, there's a potential for the exception. Now, do I think there should have been 6 and 7? No. I believe hitting one and having him kick out, trying another, having him kick out, and then kind of from there going home. But Savage trying to beat him, I get what they were trying to do, but that was a bit overbooked. The next two legends that completely understand psychology and their characters. Dare I say it, I think sometimes people just want to be anti-something, just want to be contradictory. In other words, why do we have entrances? Nobody wins a match by an entrance. Would you want both guys in the ring doing, yay? I'm just saying, entrances are the biggest waste of TV time. If you're a network, an entrance is the biggest waste of the millions, if not billions of dollars over years that you've invested in a product. All it is killing. Raw does it almost every week when they have 3 hours. From 10:30 to 10:40 or even 10:42, what do you have? Entrances, commercials, pre-tape, backstage, another entrance. All while Monday Night Football is going on. What's the sense of urgency? If I were a TV network executive, I would be like, I'm paying like what was it? $3.8 million an episode Fox paid for SmackDown. It was 20-some thousand per minute. And you see 12 minutes worth of entrances in USA Network to say about the same price. I'd be going nuts. So if you're a person who's reinventing the wheel and saying no finishes, dare I say it, no entrances, no music anymore. You know, the fans are a waste of space. Get rid of go back to the COVID era.
Okay, well now it's 3 or 4 crossroads every big match to get a win, pretty much now. How does he reverse it? Does he need to go away and learn a new hold because basically he's prostituted that move out to the point of no return? Or can you bring it back somehow?
It's hard to say because Cody has a few really good moves. He's got the disaster kick thing off of that. He also has the diamond cutter off the rope. He has quite a few that he could use. Hey, you know what? You want to go super old school and pay tribute to Dusty?
Curtain call. Oh no, I thought it was Dusty.
No, the elbow out of the corner. The old Dusty. I mean, that goes way, way back. Dude, you can re-educate the fans into anything. I'm giving you an example. The pile driver now is not only a finish, but a stretcher, an ambulance. So you can make anything. Crossroads, if he starts doing just one, like he did to Chad Gable, he did it to Kevin Owens, maybe the trend is now up to WrestleMania, one Crossroads. That's it. Now, dare I say, you can go for the Crossroads and have it countered, have somebody interfere. The tease of hitting the Crossroads and getting cut off and cut off and cut off. Then when you hit it, that's sort of like going for it 3 or 4 times without hitting it. What else? Figure 4. You can do a ton of stuff. Cody is somebody that appreciates the history of the business. So if you look back and you see what can Cody do to pay homage to a legend, to bring back a finish that people haven't done in 10, 20, or 30 years, there you go. Dare I say, Cody?
Thought he was running this show.
Could take the pile driver and make it a finish.
Stevie Richards is running
because I trust Cody to do it safely.
Maybe one
Here we
day.
go.
But that's a heel
We'll
thing,
get them all.
which they've already established as a heel move now.
It could be. I mean, you have a finish here. What about the sleeper?
I'll definitely
Piper had
see
a
it
sleeper
happening
that was
one
a
day.
finish. You know, $1 Million Dream. There's tons of things that you could do. The Boston Crab. Rick Martel did the Boston Crab for years. People haven't done that in a while. They have. Sheamus does the Texas Toll Relief. I think Gunther also has the Boston Crab. He does, but it's not its finish.
On that basis, we're going to be getting to moves that used to be finishes but now aren't. So, wonderfully segued into that, Stevie. We're going to look at moves that once looked great, looked impactful, and then when those two moves happen, where those two parameters are met, other people steal it. The Stone Cold Stunner is generally a perfect example of it because obviously I think Steve Austin popularised it, but there's Michael Hayes and Jimmy Jam Garvin and of course Michael Whipwreck who did it beforehand, maybe others. And then after Steve Austin, I was going to say and then there was Disco, and then the Chartbuster members. Do you know who did it after Disco in WCW? The Disciple, because it was the Apocalypse, and then Disco couldn't do it anymore. He had to find something else. And Kevin Owens more recently, John Cena more recently. Why the springboards, I don't know, but it's one of those moves that's no longer the ultra finish that it was.
Didn't that Ember Moon girl do she did it where she would twist and hit it and ended up getting hurt. She would go from the top rope and hit a stunner like that.
And she got hurt.
She got hurt one time, I think, doing it. Like, dude, you're laying right on your tailbone night after night.
Yeah, from the top rope.
Yeah.
I mean, you should see
that's what I mean. She did it where she jumped off, twisted. It was just convoluted. That's reinventing the wheel for no good reason.
Team, it's been a grind.
Rated 1 through 10, how hot it is? Going to a dub now. Yeah.
Big Show?
Big Show.
He had some heat anyway, remember? Because
No.
Yeah. Not him. No. He left the WrestleMania early or whatever. Remember that? And then,
I thought you were talking about something serious, like trying to palm the 5-5 when we were playing domino.
Well, that too, yeah.
He was a natural bully, and he would talk to people, and I'm just like, no. That's not how we. No, we do not talk about.
Remember the SummerSlam that we had in Minneapolis, and it was me and X-Pac against you and Show.
Yeah.
You literally slapped him in the middle of the match.
You such your own tag team partner. His very first match ever, he wins the world title. He beats Hulk Hogan in WCW, right? In that system down there with those personalities, man, he was a handful when he come up.
Yeah.
We took it upon ourselves, really, to try and put him under the learning tree.
Big Show. He had some heat anyway, remember? Because
No.
Yeah. Not him.
No.
He left the WrestleMania early or whatever. Remember that? And then,
I thought you were talking about something serious, like trying to palm the 5-5 when we were playing domino.
Well, that too, yeah.
He was a natural bully, and he would talk to people, and I'm just like, no. That's not how we. No, we do not talk about.
Remember the SummerSlam that we had in Minneapolis, and it was me and X-Pac against you and Show.
Yes.
You literally slapped him in the middle of the match.
You just such your own tag team partner. It's a lot of bad women.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Mark, you know what we haven't done in a while?
Put out a good podcast.
We haven't done a giveaway.
Haven't done a giveaway in a while.
No. So for the month of September, I came up with an idea.
What do you got?
We've been putting cash in the urn.
Right.
We'll keep doing that.
All right.
I'll get a different urn. Let's give away the urn.
Full cash?
Not full of cash. Something even better.
Come on.
King's been in the studio.
Right.
So what I did was I had King sign the urn. Maybe I can convince you to sign it as well.
I think we can do that.
We're going to give it away to one lucky fan. All you have to do.
What are you going to do? Tell me.
Go over to our Spotify. Give us a follow, a 5-star review, and leave a comment. It can be any comment. We don't care. Undertaker's great. Brothers of Destruction, greatest tag team ever.
Right.
Matt sucks. Whatever. We don't care what you write in there. Just leave a comment, a 5-star review, and follow the Spotify page. That's all you have to do.
That's easy peasy.
Not a dollar needs to be spent.
Not dying.
And you'll have a chance to win this urn signed by the Brothers of Destruction.
Being a giant, especially back then, now it's kind of a curse to be a giant. But
Yeah.
back then, if you were like that big, it's just a blessing. That's just like what Coach John Wooden, you can't teach height.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When Mick Foley walks in the locker room and you're sitting there and Mick's like, oh my God, what happened to you? You're
That's
like,
when you know.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
I need to get to the hospital like right now. Really, that's actually what sold the whole deal. It's like, the Undertaker never gets confused. The Undertaker never looks anxious. Never looks scared. Never looks scared. Yeah. And then here he is, with those emotions. And that's actually, I think, what was the most important part. Because if I had to come out and he'd just been like, oh, who's the big guy? No big deal. But the way he sold it, everybody's like, oh, even the Undertaker is like intimidated by whoever this is. It's an absolute honor to have you here. So thank you for making the journey from Knoxville down here to see Podunk, Texas here.
Podunk, Texas.
Podunk, Texas here.
Well, we're going to have a little football season started now.
Yeah, things change.
We might have to have a little throwback to the unbrotherly love when it gets Tennessee, Texas time.
Yes, sir. That's how we get time. Although you do know there wouldn't be a Texas down in Tennessee. We always have to say that.
Excuse me?
There wouldn't be a Texas down in Tennessee.
That dude with the furry cap, he came down. He didn't.
And you have the real UT,
right?
University of Texas. I saw a thing yesterday. It was a ESPN. They were down at College Station at the A&M game, and someone was holding a sign that said, the real UT's in Knoxville. So even the Aggies
Well, Aggies. I mean, you can't really. I mean, come on. I can tell. You're getting.
Yeah, it's getting close.
It's getting close. Yeah.
I'm just glad Texas finally came to a real football conference too. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, they're actually going to get a point. Play good football now.
Who South Carolina play yesterday?
Old Dominion.
Old Dominion. How'd they do?
It was a close game.
Old Dominion.
It's a close game.
Yeah.
I think it's the cobwebs that we knocked off. That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
We're holding our cards close to our vest. We don't expose ourselves in week one. That's when those big games come up, we can actually, we got a little. I can't say anything. A couple years ago, Tennessee was doing great and ran in South Carolina and got beat. So I would say something, but that would just come back.
Fluke.
So it was a fluke, yes. But well, we were on our way to the SEC championship a handful of years ago, and Tennessee beat us on a crazy pass that shouldn't have been called or anything else. It's like 4 years ago last year. That's good. Yeah.
We got a lot of underlying animosity here.
Oh, man. Football brings out
the best in everybody. But, yeah, man.
There's all love until you start talking about college football.
I'm in such a better mood now that football season started.
It's amazing.
It's amazing what it does.
Yes. I am very happy myself.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I hate why. I mean, this is like, I can't watch enough highlights. I've just analyzed everything. Texas won 52-0. Just Arch Manning got into play.
They gave him a standing ovation. I think he got a couple of Heisman Trophy votes yesterday.
He did. And they talked more, just for showing off. They talked more about Arch Manning than they did Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
He had an outstanding game, man. It was
we got done with game was over. We went to Terry Black's last night for dinner, and like all of UT rolled in there.
not Tennessee, Texas. And Tyreek Hill was in there for the Miami Dolphins, wide receiver. Yeah.
Wait, what was he in Austin for?
He went to the Texas game yesterday. I don't know.
Even people from other schools come to the Texas games because they're so much more entertaining.
He went to the Texas game and came to Terry Black's animal section, blocked off for him and everything else. I screamed out to him that I knew the Undertaker, but
yeah,
yeah.
He's probably like, you don't know no Undertaker.
He's like, I'm a Brock Lesnar guy. I was like, whoa, hey,
never mind.
I got fans.
Oh my!
But yeah, like a bunch of Texas folks. I don't know former players, if not or whatever, but they got to go sit with him. But yeah, that was Texas yesterday. It was pretty crowded down there with a lot of orange, like burnt orange down.
Burnt orange.
Pantone 151.
Whew. Man, you know the Pantone color and everything.
Well, there's some things you just have to be proud of. That's one of them.
I call that construction orange.
Construction orange.
Oh my gosh.
It was just easier for the fans, you know. Them rednecks up here in Knoxville, them hillbillies just come out of the woods and just go straight to the football game. So they're like, we might as well make this our school colors.
Your constituents, man. Come on, man. Defend your constituents.
Getting beat down or getting stomped by the combat flip-flops.
Yeah, just don't take that, man. Just smack him.
No.
Yes.
I would never want to be smacked by that.
He'd smack you so hard you wouldn't even feel it.
Well, speaking of getting smacked, our boy Gunther won yesterday.
Well, are you shocked?
No. What do you think about Gunther? He's our guy right now.
What do I think about him? I think he's a big raw bone dude. I think he's talented though.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's chops.
Yeah. You love chops.
Yeah. He'd already had to change his offense. He's working with me. I'd probably give him 1 or 2, but he would exceed the limit really quick, and he would have to come up with something a little bit. No, I like him. I think he's a kind of a throwback to a different era, and he does. As painful as those chops look, I mean, he actually, you think he's beating you down, and which he is, without doing a bunch of, aerial attack. It's just nice to see somebody grind somebody down, and I think he's going to have to. I think he's going to have to be careful. If he doesn't add a little bit of, he needs to add a little more. I think chicken shit to his repertoire, or he's going to become a babyface much sooner than he expects. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. But Randy Orton didn't walk out of that ring last night with his chest bleeding like a lot of opponents. So I think
I bet you.
There's probably a conversation about that.
Yeah, there was a long conversation. Dude, I was so many times.
Were you a guy? I mean, if somebody like that was going to, he's known for his chops, were you okay with lay it in?
Yeah, but then you'd also have to give it back.
Yeah,
right. So I was fine with that, but on the other side, it's like I'm probably gonna hit you back too. So
be prepared.
Yeah.
There's a receipt.
Yeah.
Wait, who did you give a receipt? Was it Big Show?
It was Big Show.
Yeah, this is a good story.
Yeah. Poor Paul. I love Paul, man.
But we took it upon ourselves really to try and put him under the learning tree, and
there were some tough lessons.
There were some tough lessons had to be learned.
It was fully in the Big Show, man.
Not so much during it, but anyway, go ahead.
We were all. He had some heat anyway. Remember? Because not him.
No,
he left the WrestleMania early or whatever. Remember that? And then,
I thought you were talking about something serious, like trying to palm the 5 when we were playing dominoes. He almost got beat up over that.
Yeah, he did.
It would have took everybody there.
Yeah. So anyway, For some reason, in their infinite wisdom, WWE decides to book a show in Trenton, New Jersey, right before a big pay-per-view at King of the Ring at Meadowlands, which is like 45 minutes down the New Jersey Turnpike. There is no one in Trenton because they're all going the next day to the Meadowlands, right? And then, in their infinite wisdom, they book Kane and the Big Show in a steel cage in Trenton with nobody there. There's like 1,500 people there. So I'm already in a not great mood because just all this stuff. Like, really, could we not just have like an entertaining night instead of like a steel cage? But pay-per-view tomorrow. But okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Was it the blue cage? The old school.
Yeah.
So
If you hit it and if you just brush up against it, you hurt yourself. Yeah. There was nothing soft anywhere in this thing. So poor Paul, and he's all nervous for some reason. Well, he's all nervous because I said he was trying to fit in, and there kind of been some stuff. Anyway,
kind of a little bit of stuff.
Yeah. So
nothing we need to elaborate on at the moment.
Yeah. So we get in there, and it's about just 4 or 5 minutes in the match. And he would always say, I'm sorry before he'd chop you in the chest, right? It's preemptive apology because he's about to hit
you with a frying pan.
Yeah, I mean, it's like cast iron skillet.
It's like a dad right before he whips you.
It's like, bro, did you get that thing at Cracker Barrel, or what is that? Anyway, so he's got all this. We're in a steel cage. He can run me into this. He can do all this stuff, right? All of which I can make look good, but the pain involved is minimal. And the discomfort to my body. Well, he bends me over the top rope, and he's like, sorry. And I went, me too. And he had this weird look on his face, like, what do you mean? So he slaps me. I threw him right in the face. And we went on about another minute, and that was the end of the match. And then afterwards, though, I thought, he's 7 feet tall and 500 pounds. I don't know if that's the smartest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Sometimes you just got to roll the dice. And if you don't get eaten, then
I survived. It was good.
And then it helps your street cred down the line. Like,
it was good. Man,
it was Kane, he blasted Big Show.
Now, what was the conversation in the locker room after that?
I was like, Paul, why did you do that? He's like, why did you punch me?
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. Family Tina at a Miami villa, or hiding from her family Tina at a Utah spa hotel. Book whoever you want to be. Booking.com, yeah.
Why did you slap me in the chest when you had all these things that you could run me into and bounce me off of? It was fine. It was fine. It's just another lesson.
Just another lesson.
Yeah, it's another lesson. Learning tree.
He learned many. He did. His very first match ever, he wins the world title.
Yeah.
That's how his career starts. In WCW, right?
Okay.
Comes in, I don't know, did he beat Terry? Is that who it was? Yeah. So he beats Hogan. He beats Terry in his very first match. He beats Hulk Hogan. And then, in that system down there with those personalities and those, man, he was a handful when he come up. Yeah. He thought his didn't stink, and it was going to be his way, and he was in for a rude awakening.
And when you're that big, I mean, it just...
Well, yeah, at the time, he was a natural bully.
Yeah.
And he would talk to people, and I'm just like, no. That's not how we did not talk about.
Remember the SummerSlam that we had in Minneapolis? And it was me and X-Pac against you and Show.
Yes.
You literally slapped him in the middle of the match.
It's like your old tag team partner. It was a hard tag.
Come here.
Damn, dude.
Okay, I was a little different than that. What's going on here? What did he do?
He was doing great. Like, he was beating X-Pac up, and then he did something. He stepped on him or something.
Something stupid that a giant
dumb. And I think you told him not to do it before.
I told him not to do it, and it made him look like, being the giant, especially back then. Now it's kind of a curse to be a giant, but back then, if you were like that big, it's just a blessing. That's just like what Coach John Wooden. You can't teach height, right?
Yeah.
And you can't teach that size. And he's a really good athlete.
Great
Yeah.
athlete.
Especially for as big as he is. But he's a really good athlete. And he does things, sometimes he would do things that would just go like, oh, a giant would not do that.
Yeah.
A killer, and that's what we're trying to make him.
Yeah.
And he would do something silly. And then I just like, and I would tell people, like 2 or 3 times. And then finally it's just like, I have to up the stakes here because you're not listening to me and you're harming your own career. And I'm trying to help you, but you got to listen to me. And I think he did it. I think nobody stepped on.
Yeah, I forget what it was.
It was something. I just lost it a little bit.
Yeah. He literally said, "Come here."
This nigga take me to go, G.
He could have killed me. Ate me. And just
we were so fortunate he didn't realize how big he really was.
Yeah, I think that was the case. I think we had ganged up on him enough. Like he knew, all right, if he jumped on me, he was gonna have to jump on Kane. He was gonna try to jump on Godfather.
Yeah.
So I think there was enough people that like this wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Maybe I should listen. And it's funny because later on, like I would hear him telling some other kid, right? Some of the things that I had told him, and I was just thinking, what a full circle moment. But he was. Yeah, he about sealed his own fate one day when we used to play dominoes, and there was no money in the chain. It wasn't money. It was pride. Which is far more
important than money.
Yeah, and I think Kane and I were partners. We were co-partners. Kane and I were partners, and Joe was playing with somebody else.
Was it A-Train?
May have been A-Train. Yeah. A-Train. And so, once somebody plays your last domino, you have points there, but then the other team, they do the dishes, right? They shake the dominoes. Well, I think Kane I think you're the one that caught him. Anyway, he knew where the double 5 was, and his hands are so big, like he palms the double 5, so that he has it. That's a big score in domino, right? So he's boom, 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 and then he pulls it back, and he gets called out, and oh my, it was not pretty. It was what? My hands are big. It makes it worse, right? Like not only are you cheating, now you're going to lie when you're cold busted. I think that may have been one of the most mad that I actually ever was at him for real. Like, just trying to cheat at dominoes. It was you don't cheat at dominoes. There's integrity. I don't care what you do outside in the bars or whatever else. Don't cheat on the domino table. And I think he got banned for a while. I don't think he was allowed to play for a while.
Yeah.
He'd walk by all mopey. So this didn't have to go to wrestler's court at all. That's
free judgment.
It was right then and there.
Yeah.
It was.
So were you ever part of any wrestler's sport? Yeah, I was a bailiff once.
Okay. A good role for you.
I mean, I obviously I wasn't involved in any of the prosecution or any of the actual undertaking of the justice court. Justice being served. It was Brian Gewirtz, who was one of the writers, and he was accused, I think, of having too cozy relationship with Edge and Christian by Bob Holly, of all people. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And
that turned out good.
Yeah. So I was in charge of keeping order in the courtroom. I didn't really do anything, but I just.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to.
You're not going to have.
That was big. That was a big turnout too. Yeah, that room was full. Everybody was there.
And Brian didn't know, actually how you survive wrestler's court, which is with Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels was sorry to everybody. It's usually
takes care of it. He didn't understand that. So he's actually trying to make a defense case. I'm sitting like,
all you have to do is bring ball
to the judge, dude. Yeah, you're good.
Bale's still there going,
just bribe the judge.
Yeah, bribe the judge, and you're good.
He's easy. Shut up. No, quit. You're making it worse.
You are making it worse. Just Jack Daniels,
shut up.
You'll be fine.
Any whiskey, say you're sorry.
Appreciate all you
that simple.
Sitting here.
That's all it took. But
yeah.
When did y'all
Stand up,
first
man.
meet?
Mark, we got a new sponsor.
We do, man. This is the big one.
DraftKings.
DraftKings.
This weekend, got something big happening and partnering up with DraftKings on it.
Good way to kick it off. Creatures of the night. You know how much I love the UFC, the most anticipated MMA event in recent history. Noche UFC is going down in Las Vegas this weekend, and I'm pumped to see who comes out on top. I've partnered up with DraftKings, and they have an offer that's perfect if you're looking to get closer to the action. Right now, all new customers who bet $5 will instantly get $250 in bonus bets. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code 6feet. The crown is yours. That's $250 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring this episode. I think it was on a Tinder date, right?
Oh, jeez.
What the hell?
Oh, jeez.
Wait. No, that wasn't. No, that wasn't me. I'm sorry.
Maybe another.
All right.
This is how I drink happy, Dad.
All right. Hang on. Let me think. You came in for a tryout, right?
I did come in for a tryout. Yeah, the first time I ever saw you in person was someplace like Glen Falls, New York, or something like that, at TV taping, and it was wild, man. I've always been an Undertaker fan. You know, I thought that was, ever since his debut, I was like, that's the greatest wrestling character of all time, right? So yeah, I come in for a tryout, and I didn't know Mark, and he's walking down the hallway, but he's already in his Undertaker stuff. It was a little freaky, actually. It was. He was still wearing like the white face and all, you know, all the stuff, and I'm just going, oh man, wow, does he really look like walking around with us? Dude, he is screwed up, man. He's messed up. Yeah, so that was the first time like we ever met, and then, you know, of course, we ran cross paths when I was smoking. We came down from the Pikeville, Kentucky.
Yep,
remember that?
Yeah, Pikeville, Kentucky. That was. And we just, those are, you know, I miss those Pikeville.
Oh, I do too, man.
I mean, it'd be a high school gym, sold out, just.
I was talking to someone the other day, and, you know, one of the things, the differences between WWE and other touring entertainment is they never go to places like that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what's cool about us, is we would get to go to some of these places that were not big markets. We would do well there.
Yeah.
You know, but they're not huge markets. But these folks never got to see AC/DC or Bon Jovi, but
the circus
got
or anything. Yeah,
they got
but
to see Undertaker in Austin, and so that was always one of the. I enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Getting to go to the smaller areas.
The CYC there and
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. And those are some of the best crowds too.
Yeah,
because they were
right on top of you, like these small venues where they have balcony. Like honestly, you feel like you could reach up and like slap somebody, like the original. Where we started Raw at the theater.
Yeah. Or like ECW's original place where
those
when you can feel them like that, that's cool. Usually now the arenas are so spread out.
Yeah.
And you know, dang, you know, where am I at? Is anybody
$80?
I'm at $80.
Yeah, that's his cuss jar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's my tick, and every time I say it, I have to put money in the urn.
Yeah.
And then we're going to give it away at some point. Hopefully break my bad habit. Not being a good speaker.
Hit him in the pocketbook and he straightens up. So did you guys meet during a tryout? What year was that?
I was like 92 or 3.
Yeah.
And you were trying out for WWE at that point, yeah. And then what was your first time actually, like when did you actually get a deal to be able to be a professional wrestler?
It's like, when did I get trained and all that?
Yeah, like when was all that?
My first full-time job was in Puerto Rico. That would have been 1994. Okay. Before that, I was kind of just doing independence and just doing whatever work I could. I started training. 91. And then, like I said, from there, back then what you would do was we didn't have like the performance or anything like that. I mean, you would get a little bit of training and you would just start.
Yeah.
You know, hit the
You
road.
try and find
It was
place
all
to get booked.
Yeah. Exactly. It was all on the job.
Do you remember your first match?
Yeah, dude. It was at the it was in St. Louis, Missouri at the time. It was the Stegton Banquet Hall, overlooking the Missouri River.
Banquet Hall.
Yeah. Wow.
Mine was in the Knights of Columbus.
Yeah, it was a nice wedding venue.
Do you remember who you wrestled?
Yeah, this guy called me as the Night Master.
The Night Master.
Yeah, he's the guy that he'd give me a little training and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, he had a barn. It was like close to Kingdom City, Missouri, which is literally smack dab in the middle of Missouri. And he had a barn, and in the barn, he had a hayloft. That's where the ring was.
In the hayloft?
In the hayloft. That was my first lesson.
Second floor here?
Brother, yeah, I mean, yeah, bro.
That's like a bad bump.
That's a trust right there. That's a good barn.
Yeah.
Who was the first quote unquote real, like where you walked in the ring, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm standing in front of this guy.
Oh man, it's Lawler actually.
Yeah.
I went down and did some shots with for them as the Christmas tree.
I'm going to list of your
just preemptively take care of that. But yeah, no, seriously, I mean, you know, because Lawler was like a huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've seen him, especially, this is back early 90s, so it wasn't that long removed from the Andy Kaufman stuff and all that, and he was legendary, man. So, you know, and it was like in Kennett, Missouri, so it was one of those little bitty towns and that we were talking about before. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, man, this is Jerry Lawler. How awesome is this? Yeah, and I'm dressed as a Christmas tree. That's not quite as awesome, but it's cool.
Yeah.
So,
You got to look at the positive, right?
Exactly.
Everybody loves Christmas.
So you were the Christmas creature.
Yes.
How many matches did you?
Oh man, that only lasted.
Short runs.
It only lasted about 2
Only
weeks.
the season.
Yeah, it was only the holiday season.
October, he's like Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, thank goodness they didn't call me like Easter and have me like the
bunny.
Bunny for like
You guys were so close to being like. Your tag team could have been like the holidays or something. The Christmas creature. You're the turkey egg.
It could have been, yeah, man.
I mean, you could have been Eggman that comes out of a turkey from Thanksgiving.
We could have ruined all of them.
Oh my gosh!
all
Yeah,
the
it could have been a holiday tag team here.
Yeah, that would have been terrible.
It would have been awful. We would have been able to get booked.
And you know, early on, you definitely had some different characters. I'm gonna name off a couple that I found online here. Okay, we've got Angus King.
Yes. Yeah, that was my own name because I was a fan of AC/DC, so it was Angus, and Angus sounded cool.
Playing in the car.
Yeah, and I was just I just made that one up myself.
Okay. Yeah. You had Bruiser Mastino.
That was one match. That was a joke, actually, on me.
Okay.
I had a match against Sting in WCW. It was my only match in WCW.
And it was against Sting.
Mm-hmm.
You wrestled Sting in this guy did.
I wrestled Sting.
Well, over there, but not as Undertaker.
No.
Yeah.
Ain't my fault.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Why are you starting to start?
Hey, the fans want what they want.
Wait, you know what? You can want in one hand and crap in the other. Let's see which one fills up faster.
Cussing over here. You got the mayor in town.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'll say this about Sting. He was awesome. You know, I was absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
This was a job match. And he was great. And afterwards, you know, came in and said I did a good job and thanked me and everything. So he was really cool, very classy about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And of course the Christmas tree creature.
It's just Christmas creature lid. I look like
Christmas creature, yes.
My mom made that outfit.
Wow, she did.
Your mom had
my mom made the outfit.
I remember that.
And it even had integrated lights. So you know how Jericho had his cute little jacket? I beat him to it with my Christmas lights on the Christmas creature.
Your lights worked? I didn't
My
know
lights
that.
worked. I had a battery pack and everything. My mom did that.
Did you actually wear the outfit in the ring, wrestle as a Christmas tree?
Yes. I wore the outfit around the house.
Do you not know anything about
I've never seen this. I've never.
about Lawler's territory?
I was dressed as a Christmas tree in the ring, Matt, with lights. Actually, it looked like a swamp thing because it kind of had the swamp thing. Garland kind of made the face look like the swamp creature.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Garland. Wait, didn't you have like peppermint socks?
Peppermint socks. Yes.
That's awesome.
It was straight out of Dr. Seuss.
Oh,
well, I was like the Grinch that stole Christmas, just bigger and not as talented.
Big Grinch.
What we do for money.
Wow.
That's
great.
I forgot about the peppermint socks.
Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how long
Yeah.
of a run did that have?
That was actually Puerto Rico and then USWA. So that was on and off for a couple years. That was Doomsday. At the time, Doomsday was he killed Superman in DC Comics.
Okay,
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah,
he killed Superman.
Yeah, I killed a couple territories with that one. Beat me to it.
Didn't you have Mike Unabomb?
No. There's never that's not true.
So that's not a real one.
No.
Were you Unabomb?
Unabomb, yes.
Okay, so you weren't Mike Unabomb.
No.
All right, I thought you just got creative there and added or took down the mic.
No.
Sid Powers?
Nope.
Never a Sid Powers.
Nope.
Spartacus?
Yes, that was Germany.
Okay.
Otto Voss thought that was a cool name, so he called me Spartacus. And then he's like,
cool.
I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. Yes.
And then, of course, everyone knows the Isaac Yankem.
Yep.
Yeah, DDS.
Yeah.
You were Fake Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally Kane.
Yes. Now ask me which one was my favorite.
Which one is your favorite?
That's the King. No, Kane.
But if you think about it, your career, you probably went through more tough gimmicks than probably any other professional.
Nah, I don't know about that. I mean,
Really?
I had a few that were not. The one thing I have to remember is just starting out, so you just get everything you could. So I don't know that I had. I mean, I had some that weren't great, obviously, but you have I think a Terry Taylor and like the Red Rooster and
Right.
Fred Ottman and the
Yeah.
whole Shockmaster thing. So I had my fair share, but I don't know if I had the most or the worst actually.
Yeah, well, I will just say though, it's amazing that you were able to go on and take Kane to the levels. Well, I mean, Isaac Yankem. I mean, you're a huge human being, so you already catch people's attention. But
Yeah.
so Isaac Yankem, and then Fake Diesel. I mean, those are nails in the coffin
For a lot of careers.
for a lot of careers.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the right attitude
Yeah.
and the right mindset, no,
Because also,
It's a little demoralizing.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
and I mean, that's the whole thing. Like when you're in a character like Isaac Yankem, I mean, you've got to be thinking they're not going to put the title on Isaac
Well,
Yankem.
you have to realize where your ceiling is right away
Yeah.
when you get it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, well, I'll tell you who I would have never thought would get to the heights from where he started would be, like Triple H.
Yeah.
The fancy blue blood Connecticut, Rudy Poo,
Yeah.
to take it to
Yeah.
become the game and all of that. That's a really unusual kind of deal to be able to take something and for him to stay Triple H the whole time.
Yeah.
And take it from being this thing to riding in on WrestleMania on a big
Yeah.
skulled out chopper it was a testament to.
Were you ever, when you were like Isaac Yankem?
I think one thing, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think
No,
one
you're
thing to keep in mind is, the business was evolving, just they were taking in different directions. And when I first came in as the Isaac Yankem character in '95, it was very PG.
Yeah.
And it was very cartoon,
Yeah.
literally cartoon driven. So you had like T.H. Hopper, the Thug, just all these really over the top, literal characters.
Comic book
Yes,
feel to it.
and that's where the company was really going. And then I think what happened was they realized that with Austin, and I think Austin was a bit of a mistake. Like, well, I don't want to say a mistake; it was an accident. In that,
I don't think.
Okay,
Yeah.
this guy's catching fire, and he's doing it by being very cutting edge and very real.
Yeah.
As opposed to these over here, and that's when everything shifted. When they realized too, and then WCW was starting to make their run, and they realized, okay, we have to do something different.
A little bit more reality.
Yeah, and I understand. And then they've done it. Kind of every once in a while they kind of go that direction because they're trying to get, just make it more family friendly. And obviously, that's a huge consumer base. But that's where we were at that point. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to stick this kid with a terrible gimmick. It was like, we think this is great because it's kind of, the epitome of where everything's going right now. I just couldn't sink my teeth into it.
Now, when you were like Isaac Yankem and you were these other characters, were you ever sitting there thinking, I know I got more?
Oh, yeah.
I've got more than this.
Literally, when they told me the Isaac Yankem deal, I was like, really? Really? I'm 6'8" and 300 pounds, and you're going to make me a wrestling dentist?
Maybe.
So, yes. And then you see, like, Undertaker and...
got any Kurt Angle? I do have a Kurt Otto.
Cool characters.
Where is that? I do not know. I'll have to look for it. I think it's in my
there has to be something more for this. So, unfortunately, almost immediately, I was like,
not
this
Kurt.
is not going to work for me.
Not Kurt Otto.
Were you ever watching guys like Taker and just trying to pull a little bit from what they were doing?
I stole everything from him.
Well,
I mean... Tombstone, the jokes like I took it all.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Grainger's here for you with professional grade supplies. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
That's really easy for you. All I gotta do is I'm gonna give him all this video game real quick. One of these moves. All right,
I was like, oh, he does that. Okay, I'll do that. That's funny.
Oh, come up with anything. That's awesome. When did they come to you and both of y'all about the Kane character? When did that happen?
That was after I had gone back. You were back in Tennessee as Unabomb, and they sent me down because they were doing great business already, from what I gathered, and they asked if I would go down and work with him. And he'd come a long way from when his tryout to where he was then. And I went back and I was like, we got to get this guy up here. He's just like he's back then, I don't know how they do it. They even worry about it, or they just figure somebody's good. But back in the day, man, you looked for people that you could work with. And I went down there and we tore it down at the Civic Center in Knoxville. And I went back and I was like, we got to get this guy's ready for the show. And I think it wasn't too much longer.
Yeah, it came up. Yeah. Well, then that was when we had the Isaac Yankem and all that characters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You got that from
got me in.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But I was back in Tennessee.
That's right.
But I was working with Lawler.
That's right. Okay.
And I don't remember when. I don't know when they told you. I can't remember. It was when Vader had gotten arrested in Kuwait. And that was kind of the impetus for the whole
Vader
deal.
got arrested in Kuwait.
Oh, that's a different. That's
okay.
A great story.
All right. Okay.
I don't know. Should we tell that story before we get into the?
That's a much better story, actually.
So I'm a huge Vader fan. And,
that's great.
And I've been to Kuwait, and
So at the time, I happened to be world champion, right? So we're in Kuwait. I think we had been to India. We'd been to a bunch of different places, but we're in Kuwait, and we're basically doing the equivalent of one of the morning shows here, like Good Morning America, whatever, right? It's the Kuwaiti version. And so there's the interviewer is sitting directly across from me. There's a table, and then there's a couch over here where Vader is sitting, he's sitting much closer to the interviewer than I am. I'm the farthest away. And we're promoting that me and him, I'm going to defend the title tonight against Vader. And so we're doing our regular spiel, and I'm not saying a whole lot, but I'm saying just enough to stay in character and promote and everything else. And then the guy asked the question. He just couldn't help himself. He just had to ask, like, well, isn't it fake?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now so I'm sitting. I'm about like this. I'm sitting like this. I've got the belt sitting in my lap like this. I've got my hat, my shades on, and I'm just sitting there. And this guy. Now inside, now on the outside, I look as cool as could be. Right now on the inside, I'm like, oh no, he didn't, because I knew what Leon was going to do, and he did. Yep. He set up on the edge of that thing, and he grabbed that guy. Thank goodness. I mean, he didn't. I think he just shook him a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
But the guy didn't appreciate getting manhandled like that one bit.
Oh yeah.
So then they shut everything down. And Jerry Briscoe was he was the producer that was with us, the road agent. He got me, he grabbed me, told me to get in the car like right away. So
it was awesome because the whole time like Leon's got that Mark's just sitting like this.
And I'm like, oh, Leon. I never broke character. I'm like, oh, Leon. I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, Leon, please let him go. Don't hit him, Leon. Please don't hit him. Oh my gosh, they're going to behead him.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
Our great sponsor here, Artisan Grange. We've talked about them for a while now. These guys got a little CBD power.
My mantra is that every next level demands a different you, and Purdue Global is giving me an opportunity to prepare myself for that next level. This is my comeback. Start yours today.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. yo, what's going on? What's going on? Oh. 17. Dynasty Warriors in 17. I had to get that. February coming up. Civilization. I love that fin card right there. Oh man. What time is it? 7:02. I don't want to play. For real, for real. I'm super tired.